gentlemen, welcome back to the Gears of War Columbus Invitational, where we have the best teams in the world playing for their favorite charities. We got one more semifinal game left before we go to our grand finals, and we have Ryze Nation versus Fury. To my right, we got Powers. Powers, I was with you last weekend in Toronto. You guys had a devastating finish with the first time with this roster, but now you guys firing off on all cylinders this weekend. What's the difference?
I mean, we had a talk before we was playing our matches, this event, and we just told each other, like, we was just telling ourselves, give 110% every match.
Yeah, and so in this situation, on the flip end, you guys came off this Fury roster. They got rid of you and they brought shock to the team. What's the difference between these two teams?
To be honest, I think I just have a better team in general. We're just a better team.
Definitely full of slayers. Coming to my left, I got Franchise. Fran, you guys coming into this event looking like your old selves. You guys got rid of Vic recently to add shock to the roster. What is he bringing to the team?
Shock and Vic are kind of like the same player. The only thing I would say is Shock's more experienced. He's coming from E United, which is more of a, probably the most Lancer-heavy team that's been on the circuit. So he definitely brings that dimension to our team.
Now, you guys been playing lights out all weekend long. Now, do you got any bad blood on the other side of the stage?
I mean, other than this guy, I mean, we don't really like everybody else, but no, there's no problem with Powers.
All right, you guys, I'm ready to see this matchup. I'm excited for it. We're going to see who's going to win between both these teams and go to the grand finals. Guys, shake it up. That's it from me, but back to you guys at the desk.
Icy's passion is what really makes him a great player. When he gets angry, that makes him better. Whereas when other players get angry, they might make mistakes that they don't normally make. He just evolves into a different player and gets even better.
Icy, to me, is the definition of willpower. I feel like whatever anger he has built up inside of him, he just like takes it and forms it into a weapon and then tries to take that weapon and put it right through his opponent.
Just having that that raw energy to like hype up your team and get him excited, like there's just a special factor to that.
Icy is definitely a top 10 player in the game.
Welcome back to the Gears of War Pro Circuit Charity Invitational here in Columbus, Ohio. On the main stage, we're set to see Fury go toe-to-toe against Ryze Nation. As usual, I'm your host, Velly. Right next to me, we have ex-Fury coach Ryan Fools. You know, it feels good to see your team up there, right?
Oh, yeah, it does.
All right, and then also we have our casters, Fallout and PR. So, coming right into this matchup, you've coached Fury for a long time. It's been about, what, 2 years? 3 years, right?
Closer to 3, yeah.
3 years, yeah. Seeing them match up against Ryze Nation, what do you think tips Fury's favor in regards to matchups and playstyle?
So Fury has a lot better teamwork than Ryze Nation's kind of always been the case. Ryze is a very, very skilled team, don't get me wrong. Has, you know, adding powers too, especially, right? Add kind of the highest skill ceiling in the game. That being said, though, Fury beats teams with teamwork while having incredibly high skilled teams. So I think in this matchup, Ryze has played us pretty close in the past with my old teams. That being said, I think this new Fury team is actually stronger than it's been in a really long time. So I actually see Fury taking this a little more convincingly than we've seen in the past.
I'd love to ask you, Ryan. You, of course, coach this team. You know them well. In my eyes, this matchup is very similar for Fury as a Fury versus Ghost matchup. Very similar rosters, very similar makeups. How did Fury fare against Ghost Gaming in the past? I think there's a lot of similarities there.
Yeah, I mean, at events, it's kind of gone back and forth, right? I think, in the beginning of Season 1, we definitely had their number. Season 2, they've had our number a little more. We did beat them, I think it was at New Orleans, but they did beat us at San Diego. So it's been pretty back and forth in Season 2. So, yeah, you're right, though. Ghost and Ryze are very similar. That being said, Ghost is the better version of Ryze. And so if we're able to kind of, beat them, I think that they'll fare pretty well against Ryze. And online in the last few 2Ks, I think the record is 2-1 for the last 3 2Ks in favor of Fury over Ghost. So, again, take the same kind of math downwards a bit. They should have a
And I know we were joking around before we went live that between the two of us, there's a lot of bias on this.
Oh, yeah. You got
the coach.
A whole lot of franchise on this table right now between me and John right now.
But either way, it's could be a great one. And listen, I got a lot of love for Ryze Nation as well, especially the fans out here and the parents here supporting.
Yeah, for me too. I mean, like I said, Jose and I kind of brought Vic into this. Our whole team brought him in, but we really were kind of the two, older guys who really tried to bring him in and kind of teach him what it meant to be a professional, show him how to be kind of a pro player, similar to how we kind of did that with Solars in the beginning. And so for me, just seeing him on that stage as well and seeing him, in the top 4 again, where I think he belongs, is really cool for me as well.
Yep, and Fury, they're here playing for a great cause as well, such as the other 11 teams here in Columbus, Ohio. What charity did they pick? They picked the Lupus Foundation of America. This is a bit personal because Franchise from Team Fury, he has a sister-in-law who's had lupus, so this is very dear to him. What is the Lupus Foundation of America? They're an organization dedicated to improving the quality of life for all people affected for lupus through programs of research, education, and support. If you'd like to learn more, make sure you visit lupus.org.
Yeah, of course, doing great things for those with lupus. I know I have actually a close friend who's affected as well. It's really great to see. And $100,000 is not a little amount of money. That's a lot of money that could really make a huge impact for a lot of these organizations and nonprofits that really need it.
Now, you two, you're biased, so I'm sick of you right now. But on PR,
guilty.
PR, we love a good upset story, right?
I love a good upset story.
But you don't look like you believe in Ryze Nation.
It's just really hard because I've seen 2 different versions of Ryze Nation. That one in Saturday that kind of played Optic Gaming, and they looked lost. But the one that showed up against Ghost Gaming, if we see that one here, I can see them pulling out a tiebreaker map and kind of putting it on the fence. Yeah. But right now, my gut is telling me Fury, but I'm not going to sleep on this Ryze Nation squad.
Give Ryze a ton of credit, by the way. They look like a completely new team today in comparison to yesterday and in comparison to just last week, right? I'm not sure what they ate for breakfast. I don't know what kind of routine they got going today, but they look like a brand new team. Huge win over Ghost. So I think this, obviously, I do think Fury's going to win, even all biased aside, right? I just think, generally speaking, they're a better team.
Like I said,
but
speaking of
I wouldn't be shocked if Ryze
by any means, man, the way Ryze is playing right now, and they're coming off a hot win, right? They're super, super confident, and so a confident team can be scary in this game.
That's true. And speaking of breakfast, I know that Icy's mom packed literally zip-bagged food, almonds and apples for every member of Fury. So they're going to be
Icy's mom is she's so awesome.
I like some apples.
If they don't want it, we'll take the apples happily on the caster's desk. If you can hand deliver us some apples, we'd appreciate it.
All right, taking a look at our map bans and picks. Old Town will be the very first map that we're going to start this battle on, but coming up after that, we're going to see Force Blitz. If needed, Slab will be the tiebreaker game.
So now it looks like that Ryze might not have done their research picking Old Town because Fury really, really likes Old Town. So if I'm Ryze, I know they might like it too, but you never want to necessarily pick into the strengths of your opponent. And so I think in this situation, I'm not sure maybe if they didn't do their homework, or maybe they're just that much more confident on Old Town because they beat Ghost on it. But we know Ghost doesn't like Old Town that much, so I don't like that pick personally, but we'll see how it goes.
I think they just warmed up, ready to go on Old Town. They just, like you said, they just beat Ghost on it. They already know their game plan. So as long as they stick to their own game plan, they should have the confidence, just like you said, to play the map.
And if you're Fury, you're eating that up, though. You're like, you want Old Town first? Like, yeah, let's go. And then they can pick their map. They're a very good Forge Blitz team.
All right, Fallout, you ready to go, baby?
I'm ready to go, Belly.
All right, the winner of this game will face off against Optic Gaming in the grand finals. Fury and Ryze Nation, take it away.
Thank you so much, Belly Bell, and my man Ryan Fools dropping all sorts of knowledge for his former squad. But let's kick this one off with Detox of Ryze Nation.
And this is where it's interesting to see. There's 3 members from Fury playing over towards that B side. It's kind of like we saw in Gears of War 3, where that B side was actually favored because of the boom shot and the digger. But it's going to be Shock getting first blood along with Icy. So Fury, they're going to strike first here in our matchup.
Yeah, and Ryan did mention it. Old Town, a very favorable map for the Fury squad. I know Franchise likes maps that are really, as the IGL, that are really open and can kind of free flow. Very rotation heavy. Old Town is definitely one of those. Expect Fran, as the leader of this team, to be calling these rotations and understanding where they're going to be going. Speaking of rotations, what are we seeing right now, Jacob?
Right now, it does look like Ryze Nation, they have control of C, but that's only their own home mill. So this is where they're going to start to move towards the lower end of B and make a 3v3 push. This is where middle on Jerpy, even though the height advantage is a thing, Jerpy can sneak into the middle and try and get some quick, easy shots. He just has to be aware of that high side.
Yeah, beautiful use of the overhead map right there. Showed all 6 members at the B Hill fight right now. Franchise putting some good shots in. And it looks like Fury, when it's all said and done, going to maintain control, and they're looking to step on the throats of Ryze Nation right now. They're going for a triple cap towards C Hill.
This is where they're going to continue the aggression for a moment, but it's smart for them to back up, especially with these short respawn rounds, only 12 seconds per respawn. They're going to be forced to back up. If you look over there, I do believe that's Detox kind of hiding towards the door, and that's where it's going to allow them to kind of back up. Detox catching Icy out of position. I don't really know what happened right there. It does look like they're on two different pages.
Yeah.
Kenny's taken out as well.
I know Franchise called to the team to back out and reset. I know he likes to call that. He's very critical of teams that don't do that, and it looks like Icy thought he could make a play. Try being a playmaker. Sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit. Not going to pay off right there for Icy. And just like that, it's actually going to be Ryze Nation who's going to turn this round around and comes out almost with the 3-cap. Luckily, Kyle shuts it down with the kill on Drix. Wow.
He actually did have it capped there for a moment, so great heads up play by Kenny and the person with him to get that break. But now Franchise Kenny, and I do believe that is Kyle trying to push out, trying to catch Powers. Powers is put full red for the moment, not down yet. Look at this movement from Powers. Even though he did get taken out, it took him a while. So hopefully the other members of Ryze Nation can kind of back up and get in position. This is where Detox is going for a little bit of secret man play, missing the easy shot, but he's going to get Kenny nonetheless. Kyle's going to take him out, but this is going to allow Fury an opportunity here to gather their troops and figure out where they want to go.
Yeah, but as you say that, Drix picks up a kill as well. So that's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Ryze Nation. They should be able to get their numbers back eventually, but as I say that, Shock picks up one. Can Shock get the double? Yes, he does towards the B hill. And now Fury regains control of B. If anyone's going to say anything about it, it is Powers now stuck in a 2v1. He gets shut down, but this round has been a swing of the pendulum back and forth, and ultimately Fury needs a 3-cap to win it.
Yep, they can't stop here, but look at the members of Ryze Nation. They're kind of set up to where they know Ryze needs to push into them. Detox putting Kenny full red, but Kenny's going to win that exchange, and he can't stop right now. 206, 207, no one's in to get the break of Avexys with that double kill, so they're starting off strong, winning round number 1. And if we go back and talk about this Old Town pick, I know Ryan was saying Fury, this is one of their better maps. They love the map, but on the flip side, Ryze Nation, like I said, they just beat Ghost on this map. They have the momentum, and they already have their game plan and adjustments made, and now they just need to play their game, and we saw that in round number 1.
Yep, I love it. This Ryze Nation squad gassing each other up. Coach Keem in the back, I know you had a chance to coach him when he was a player back on that Ghost Gaming roster, doing a really good job of that.
Yep, Keem and Drix, and that's one thing I talked about yesterday, actually. Keem needs to step it up for this team as the coach and direct traffic a little bit, and that's something he actually did. I know I was watching him today, and even later on yesterday, he was actually speaking a little bit more and catching his groove as the coach, and that is really important.
Yeah, absolutely critical. I know Ryze does take round number 1. We never did predictions, though. Jacob, you did say Fury's going to take it. I know Colin Clark, my man in the back, was actually supposed to cast this match. This man has so much passion, he lost his voice casting, but he has Fury taking it as well. I know he's got a lot of faith in that Fury squad. However, it is going to be Ryze Nation that draws first blood. Picks up a kill on Icy. Franchise, though, Old Man Fran alongside Shock. They're going to do it. They're going to turn it around, and they're going to secure the B-Hill.
Yes, and that's where they continue to go. Shock, he's not skipping a beat. He knows he needs to go forward. He knows Kyle's there with him as well. Even if that guy's hiding in there, if they go right past and decap the hill, that's going to force Powers out. But they're going to actually choose to go and try and take Powers and eliminate him off the map. But Powers, if he has anything to say about it, he's going to go ahead and get the double kill. Taking out both Kyle and Shock, and Chirpy on the low side gets a kill as well. Only 3 members versus 5. Ryze Nation, they have the advantage here.
And then Icy going to turn it around with a kill on Powers, but that was one of the most beautiful 1v2s. I know it was only a 1v2. We see 1v3s and 1v4s, but the way Power hit that reaction shot was beautiful. If we can get that on replay in slow-mo, I would lose my mind. That is textbook reaction shot, using the camera angle to swing his shot wide right to pick up the one shot on that second kill. So well done from Powers.
Yep, if you look at the score, though, and the hills, both in favor of Ryze Nation. So it's going to be on Fury here to make this push. We already see it going down, both Icy and Fran being the front runners. That's going to be Fran picking up 1, make that 2. Him and Icy are not going to stop. They're going to leave Kenny to cap that hill and decap it, and they're going to push forward because they know once they apply this pressure, anybody that's hiding around the map is going to be forced out. And then here we go. He's going to go ahead and take out Drix. So Franchise, he's keeping it rolling. Shock going for it. Or that was Icy, my bad. Going for a bait. Gets the trade with Jerpy. That's going to allow Franchise to live. If Franchise can stay alive just a little bit longer, he's going to regroup with Kyle. And this could be good for Fury, especially since they got the down and Shock getting another kill. This is their opportunity here to threaten with a triple cap. Powers is going to be down. Drix going in for a last second touch. Meleeed by Kenny. Meleeed again. He does get the reset for a moment and a kill. Jerpy gets one as well. Good job by Jerpy and Drix prolonging the round for just a moment. Jerpy take it out as well, and this is where it's going to come down to if they need to trade the kills. If you're on offense, ladies and gentlemen, you need to trade these kills. If you're on defense, you don't want to trade them as much. Powers, he's going to be the next one to get this touch, but Kyle, another huge double kill, is going to secure that round for Fury and tie it up 1-1.
Look at that critical.
Icy
Kyle in a 1v2, making a 1v3. Can he get the fourth? Kyle, he does it. Single-handedly secures the round for Fury. He's not done yet. He's going to pick up the fifth. 5 straight kills, a pentakill for Kyle. And it looks like it's going to make a 6th kill as well, as he's just tallying him up at this point.
Oh my God, I thought this round was going to be over a lot quicker. Kyle is going to be the guy. He's just a brick wall right now. He's just not stopping. That's like 6, 7 kills.
He's not done yet. He went from 8 to 13 kills in the blink of an eye. Putting some support in for Detox as well, and that's not going to matter as the round's going to be over. But critical Kyle defending an army of ants just burrowing through a hole right there. Kill after kill for Kyle already with 13. You see him on screen right there, repping the Sooners. Wow, look at Kyle. Calm, collected. I know Hope Anna, his girlfriend's at home smiling right now.
He looks calm, cool, collected, but on the inside, you know, he's exploding with joy right now. He wants to get up. He wants to talk. Look at that smile. I knew it was
He knows we're talking about him.
Exactly.
I see you, critical Kyle, representing and putting on a show. Everyone, of course, knows this man, his story, playing for so much more than himself, so much more than his team, playing for the legacy of his mother and everyone watching at home and all the family down in Oklahoma. Critical Kyle, one of the best leaders and players we have in the scene.
And when you're on offense like that, when you're in Echo Fox's situation, you want to be able to stay alive, get the kills just like Kyle was doing. If you're on Ryze, what they did wrong, they were getting the taps, but they weren't trading off the kills, and you need to get the trades if you're on defense like that.
Yep, exactly that. You can't let one person shut down every single player of yours pushing through there. Here comes the initial. Shock pushing wide right on right-hand advantage. It looks like it's going to be Fury that wins the initial over towards B-Hill, forcing Ryze out. But that means Ryze only sent 2 numbers over their PR, so that means they sent numbers elsewhere. Looks like Drix picks up the kill elsewhere. Fury finally recognizes it, and they realize, hey, we need to win this 3v2, and they're going to do that.
Yeah, but Fury seems to be the team that is winning B consistently off the map. So Ryze Nation with Drix is going to have to put these instants to use for the reason. Drix is going to get one, Jerpy's going to get another, and their high side decapping the hill, so they got a double home setup.
Yeah, I love this strat call from Ryze Nation. Not sure if you noticed that at home, folks, but they sent 2 people to B. You might have thought they lost the initial B. They really didn't. They intentionally lost that initial, so they can send a 3rd number over towards the opposite side, the bell tower side of the map, grab those instants, and push for a home and away hill setup. And now they're going to rotate back to B. So this is what the rotation is. When you're holding home and aways, you could set up and stay there with strong positioning, or you can use that to try and play a chess game to rotate to B before the other team tries to regain their home hill.
Kyle's down on the other side. If I know Avexys, he's going to at least try for the kill, but Kenny's going to shut him down there. It's a great play by Kenny playing gatekeeper on that kill, and they do have an advantage for a moment. They're going to gain the lead as well. So they have 1 and 2 decisions here. Are they going to push forward and get some sort of advanced setup, or are they just going to sit where they're at, wait for Ryze to go to them? Because right now they have the good position, they have high ground, they have everything they need.
Yep, exactly. Fury's going to hold that setup. Ryze, on the other hand, was actually just waiting for Avexys to spawn up. You might have been wondering, why are they just standing there? The reason is Avexys is down. Nobody's going to fight a 4v5. They're going to wait for Avexys to get back. That's him right there. This is beautiful camera work. We're going to jump right on board with Avexys. But they don't like the B-Hill push for some reason. They know that Fury has high side advantage, which is a slight elevation advantage on this map. So they're going to rotate Avexys through the middle and use that middle angle as a chance to cross towards B-Hill.
And this is very interesting. Instants are about to be up in roughly like 2 seconds. I'm pretty sure that might be Keen calling out. They need to get positioned in the middle. Avexys going down at the wrong time because, you know, when you go down, you allow for the other team to get position on these instants, but it's going to look like 2 members of Echofox are going to fall. Kenny actually getting revived, so make that one. Ryze Nation in prime position. I do believe that was Drix, again, getting those instants. Since you didn't see them picked up on the map, you know who re-picked them up. So that means good, because that means the coach of Fury is not able to time his weapons.
Yeah, that's a great point. Good insight there from former coach himself, PR. Right there, a slight misplay from Avexys. And those are some of the plays. Yes, he's flashy. He's really exciting to watch. But some of the mistakes he makes, pushing by himself into that fight. Of course, he could have gotten that one shot on franchise and could have made a big play. But high risk, high reward is definitely a type of definition for a player like Avexys. Such a fun player to watch.
I like what Drix is doing here.
Look at this.
He's taking his time. He's making sure he knows he doesn't have to go in. If you look at the score of Fury, they're all falling right now. Even though B is being decapped, the only person getting points right now is going to be Ryze Nation. They're going to go ahead and 2v1 shock. Triple cap opportunity coming out for Ryze Nation. But as I say that, they're going to go ahead and spawn up on the side of Fury and try and get these last second touches. But if you look at the score, Ryze Nation is running away from it. So even if they get this cap, they need to go forward and do more.
What a round from Ryze Nation. You see the score at the top left of your screen ticking away. No way that Fury can break B and C Hill. And Ryze Nation, really, PR, is going to steal that round away from Fury. It was beautifully done. They actually had a disadvantage with the elevation that we talked about at B-Hill. So instead of forcing that B-Hill fight into the elevation disadvantage, the Avexys rotated mid, created some pressure, which opened up a chance for them to push, take out Kyle, and ultimately down Kenny and retake B-Hill. They then used those numbers advantages and that momentum to push for the overextension by grabbing the away hill and securing the 3 cap. Huge plays right there from Ryze Nation.
They're doing some shit where, like, Just
says here. Someone says here.
Okay.
And
I like let's talk. Let's listen in real quick.
I don't know if y'all can see my screen, but like, look, he angles me from here to there. This guy's shooting me. Like, they're all focusing me.
On top middle, you can get an angle.
Okay, so they're really talking about the angles, and those are the adjustments that need to be made because Detox is talking about the angles they can shoot him at. So I can guarantee you somebody else on this Ryze squad is either going to take advantage and try and get that kill or take advantage somewhere else on the map knowing where they're getting crossed from. So this is great adaptation from Ryze and, you know, particularly Detox to point that stuff out.
Yep, and I love that listen in there too. Getting to see a side of Detox we don't normally see. Leader Detox, we know him as a slayer, as a baller, but we never necessarily get to hear his leadership and how his adjustments. So we heard Keen kind of reinforcing. Really well done there. I like that listening. Now they're going to fake the B-Hill fight. Avexys going to rotate out. And they're going to try and take their numbers elsewhere once again. Jerpy takes out Kenny. 4 versus 4 situation. Big 1 versus 1. It's Drix, who was the hero of their last match. He's going to come out on top with some support from the middle of the map on Kyle.
Yep, and Drix expecting to rotate quick, trying to take over that home hill, especially since he knows he has backup with Jerpy and Detox moving downward. So he's going to go ahead and get that decap, and I'm pretty sure he's going to move back just a little bit and try and camp that spot with the instance, but he needs to make sure he doesn't take any free damage. The cap isn't as important as staying alive is.
Yep, that's a big break. I mean, that break is going to open up the opportunity for them to push B-Hill, so they want to use that to push B-Hill.
Drix didn't even pick up the instance. That was an accident. That's what he's going back for. I saw him throw that smoke and realize it wasn't an instant, so that's a little bit of a blunder on the side of Drix because he's given up positioning in order to go back, but if he can make this work right now, this will be huge for
Look at that, though. While Drix rotated to get instants, Kenny thought that Drix was still there. So Kenny didn't cap that C-Hill. Drix didn't do it on purpose, but playing some mind games right there with Fury. And then it looks like the C-Hill's still not capped. So it's just going to be point after point gathered for Ryze Nation right now. Finally, Fury going to get on the board.
Yep, and Icy, I do believe he picked up that M-Bar. He hasn't been able to put it to use yet, but with 2 hills in favor of Ryze Nation, I want to see him kind of bait out his teammates. You know they're going to need to make the push. I do believe Icy's over towards B side of the map. He needs to be able to bait it out. Even if you hit a body shot, or particularly if you just hit any person with the M-Bar, it's going to be able to lead to a push and possible kill.
Oh, look at this angle from Icy. He's not going to connect. One of the strongest marksmen that we have in the Gears Esports Pro circuit. Everyone knows what he can do with Sniper. And M-Bar in his hands, and Icy going to barely miss that headshot right there, but he's going to use that M-Bar to keep heads down and use that to push B-Hill. I think it's interesting. This is the exact scenario Ryze Nation was in last round. Rather than rotating the mid, they're actually sending 3 bodies towards B. Let's see if it works out.
Yep, especially since M-Bar is up 15 or less seconds, so they're quickly fighting for the hill, fighting for the next weapon. It doesn't look like Fury's going to win the exchange, but Jerpy coming up clutch, getting 2 kills, leaving Kyle in a 1v2 situation physically at B. Kyle needs to know how to position himself. He's going to take out Jerpy. Now he knows he has the help of Franchise over the cover. I want to see Kyle kind of go in, bait that M-Bar, force Powers out, but you know, Kyle needs to get this touch. This is good for Powers.
Powers can play defensive here, bait him in. Going to get that damage in early, which gives him an advantage, the 1 versus 1. Kyle wants to close the gap. He's going to do exactly that, but hard to do against one of the best gap closers in the circuit. Of course, our rising star, M Powers, very, very dangerous at that close range, and Powers almost going to connect for a headshot as well.
Powers showing why he's one of the up-and-coming stars here. You see him winning time after time again. Look at that movement right there. Shaw kind of gave up even, you know, but right there, there's one of those things, Shaw, you got to win those little battles.
Do you know how personal that is, too? That's the guy that replaced him on the roster, by the way. And Powers absolutely popping off right now against his former squad. You could hear the animosity from M Powers.
I'm really lost how Fury kind of threw that one away. They had M-Bar off the initial. They Drix with the blunder, not capping the home hill, or not capping the other team's home hill when he had the chance. So Fury had like kind of everything going for them, and so they kind of threw it away there. And it's interesting to see because we all kind of predicted Fury to win. But I even said I'm not going to be shocked the way Ryze is playing, the way they played against Ghost, the way they're already warmed up. I wouldn't be surprised if they win.
Yeah, you know, honestly, they're continuing to roll here, and you can almost feel the energy from this Ryze Nation squad. It's a snowball that is steamrolling down a mountain, about to turn into an avalanche right now. You can almost feel it as this Ryze Nation squad is really coming together. Look at that, Critical Kyle with 18 kills, doing everything he can. But all members of Ryze absolutely heating up. Speaking of which, let's listen in with Ryze Nation to hear what's working so well.
Flying cross. We only have 2. I'm moving on. I'm taking him down. Marcus is weak. Back up. I'm taking. Oh, yeah. Kenny, guys. Yo, behind me. Yeah, I'm on their side. Yeah. On me. Kenny, one shot. Push me. Got him dead. Push me, bro. 100%. Good shit.
Dead middle.
Oh, I'm dead.
On our hill.
Yes. Owing our hill right now.
Good shit, Drix.
Just stand. Don't
Watch your left. Watch behind
you might get flanked. You might have to flash. He is. Good shit, baby. I got the hill. Good try. No ambar. All right.
Get his.
I'm up the map. They're gonna off spawn, DeMarco. I'm about to cap our hill. DeMarco, just break, right? Yeah, get to me fast. Who's up? Vic, get to me fast.
Alright, watch your friends.
Yo, DeMarco's dead, bro. DeMarco's dead. Coming Egypt.
Watch the right side pocket.
Alright, everybody's top 9. Yeah, on me. 80%. Let's go. That's the last step. Top B. Two. Medium Vic. Vic has 2 in front of him. I spoke in front of you. I spoke to Cubby. Is there anyone mid?
No. No one mid.
I'm picking him in the Cubby still. I have middle, boys. They're trying to fly you. Oh, Vic has like 2, 3.
I'm going B. Jay, you have to pick up our home.
Yeah, shots. Vic is weak. Back up. I got shots. He's flying. One shot. Don't get television.
I'm out.
Have a smoke out. He's done. Yo, there's one top bell tower. Leaving our home. One mid, one bell tower. 4 dead. He's the last guy. 5 dead.
But we had those kids in a worse spot, by the way.
Yeah, we did. And I came to help you guys there.
Yo, I don't know who went down. Dude, I was saying I can shoot from mid because I had mid. I died shooting for you guys. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
What'd you say?
I died shooting for you, B. We'll take them. It's all good though.
But I was crossing the shit out of shotgun that Cubby. I should have just ran through the smoke like I was going to.
Good shit on B with me. Same shit, bro.
Let's go, bro.
If they said 2, we're gonna win it every time. It's the same intensity, bro. Mind you, I told you these kids are absolutely scared. Scared, bro. It's bad. It's actually they're giving up positioning for free, bro.
Yeah, they are.
Because they don't want to fight. Same shit, Vic.
All right, we wipe here. Game over. 22 seconds.
So you hear the last thing you heard there. We wipe here, game over. Some good leadership, I believe. That was from Keem. But an interesting round, a different round. Ryze actually loses. We get to see the different scenario, how they kind of regain composure. We'll see if they can do it. I like the positivity. I like the vibes right now from this Ryze squad.
Yep, and both players doing similar strategies from both teams, I should say. It's going to be Ryze Nation. The ones who are coming out on top here, and Detox with that M-bar. We all know Detox. He's a player that could take over the game with these power weapons. I've seen him do it with the Torpo. I've seen him do it with the M-bar before, and he's got to be able to do it again. But on the flip side, they're up 3-2, so they're sitting pretty, especially with the triple cap coming out. Icy shocked, only 2 members alive. Both players are full red, 40 health combined. That's going to be Icy coming out on top, and so is Shock. Backs against the wall, and they save their team right here in this round so far, but they're getting crossed through the middle. Finally downed out. It's going to be up to Franchise and Kenny now.
At the home hill, that's the C hill. Franchise trying to keep his team alive, looking to stay sneaky through smoke. Looks like no one's actually there. Fran doesn't have that intel. So Fury will survive, but look at all members of Ryze Nation swarming that away hill as they're trying to secure the 3 cap. They're trying to end this round. Franchise is going to have to defend here. Let's see what type of defense he can play as he's getting crossed in the back. Not going to be enough. Kyle goes down as well. The C hill is going to be decapped. They know they have 22-second spawns, and Ryze Nation knows they have to capitalize, and they're going to do exactly that.
Like I said, although we did have Fury to win, the underdogs are Ryze Nation. They're already hot and warmed up, ready to go. As you see them go 4-2 over the half. This is something I didn't even expect. I would have thought it would have been dead even into the half if Ryze Nation was going to be able to come out on top. But if you are Ryze Nation and you are going to beat the squad, you have to come out strong and you have to set the pace. And they're doing a fantastic job doing just that. They're winning most of these initials. They're coming back in the game when they have to. Although most of their wins are off of time, but they're coming from behind, or they're doing holds in order to get it going.
Yeah, setting the pace and setting the energy. Look at that, all smiles. And I love the vibes right now from this Ryze squad. I know you come from Ghost Gaming, a team that people are often critical of their vibes in chat. Talk about the importance of vibes in team comms in a match like this, PR.
It's very, very important. You don't get down on yourselves. You don't get down on your teammates, because in the end, one bad mistake, you got to be able to brush that off and keep going. Otherwise, you can have a meltdown over one bad play that, might have been a mistake. Maybe somebody misheard, something like that. So just stay calm, cool, collected, have good, positive vibes, and that leads to success.
Yeah, so past halftime now, going into the second half of this game. Hills are going to flip E-Hill over towards the old sniper spawn back in Gears of War 3 and in public matches. It looks like it is going to be Fury that wins that initial. Franchise used to love that spot back in Gears 3 and back in the day. Obviously, getting a sniper in his hands is a goal of his. We'll see if we can see another marksman-type weapon this half. We saw an M-bar last half that wasn't really put to use too well.
Yep, you see them going for this setup. It is early respawn rounds. For those of you guys don't know, once we reach halftime, the weapons are wiped off the map. Hills are changed, and their respawn timers go back down to 12 seconds. So even though Fury won that initial, they had the numbers advantage for a moment. They chose to set up here, and here comes the push from Ryze Nation. They're trying to get Franchise out, but he's holding a really good angle. I don't even know if they know Shock is there. Shock is playing as like the gatekeeper, the bodyguard for Franchise. Anybody thinks they're going to get a free kill, Shock is going to be there to shut him down.
Look at these Lancer crosses. Franchise has one angle. Kyle has the other, but it's not going to matter when you throw bodies. Detox takes out one. Franchise connects for a kill as well, but it's going to be Drippy who shuts him down. Icy's going to trade. It's back and forth here. Ultimately, it does come down between a 1v1 of Avexys versus Icy with some cross and support from Kyle. But he's going to get forced to back out, so there you have it. Fury holds on with the defense and the stronghold there on that E-Hill.
I would like to see Shock stay there with his shotgun. Like I said, he's kind of the bodyguard for Franchise, but look at this cross, downing out Avexys along with Icy there, so they're doing a good job of holding on, even though it did look like Ryze was kind of make a good push right there, so it's up to Ryze Nation again to make some sort of rotation, some sort of push, and you see somebody over on the B side already hiding. They probably know they're there staring at each other through the walls. It's a common spot, so it's all about who else rotates towards that area. That's when you're going to call the push.
If we can go back to the overhead map for a second, looking at the back street up top, you see that 1 versus 1 fight, just a complete stalemate, and that's really how you see it being played at that D-Hill. Because you're able to hold high side and elevation, you really can't push that. It's really difficult to do even with the smoke grenade. That's just a quick note about Old Town now. That's why the only push really is towards that E-Hill for Ryze Nation. That's why you see them keep trying to force that E-Hill fight on the side of the map.
You see E is important right now. Fury doing a good job holding. Franchise is getting flanked for a moment. He's going to turn around, fight that against Detox, and come out on top. I think with that victory right there, they know for sure they're going to come out on top. So Fury winning their next round. That's 3 on the board, but they still trail by 1 round. But when it's 4-3 like this, I think this very next round is crucial. You don't want to trail 5-3, even though we have seen comebacks. Ryze Nation already did it once to Ghost Gaming, so another opportunity for Fury to do just that.
You see the Ghost Gaming squad coach Demo Bounce making his first appearance and his debut as a coach. I love the role he's playing for this squad. He's really just trying to get them hyped as much as possible. Everyone knows Demo. I'm looking at Ryan to my left, smile, sadness with a sad face. I love you, Ryan. But Coach Demo Bounce fitting his role well and really trying to fit a role of energy for that team. Everyone knows they're an emotional squad, that Fury roster. They're very talented, but Demo really fitting a strong role of kind of keeping high vibes and high energy.
Yep, and he has that experience. He has the chemistry. He's teamed with every one of these people one time or another. Maybe not all together. We're having a nice fight. 3v3 going down over towards this E-Hill, similar to Gears of War 3, but Detox is going to strike first, getting 2 kills for himself and Ryze Nation. Kenny trying to do what he can, taking out Detox. Icy is going to take out Avexys. That leaves Powers 1v2. He gets the trade with Icy, so Kenny, he's going to be the last member alive for Fury on E. He's going to get that cap, but it's going to be up to Jerpy to try and contest it.
Look at this, Jerpy. Kenny doesn't know he's there yet. Finally, Kenny gets spot him, hits him with a nice back A. That's a nice shot where you're actually protected by cover and can hit a very strong left trigger shot. Jerpy going to back out and reset. He gets down, but he'll be able to tap back up. Let's see if Fury tries to capitalize. I don't think so. Especially, again, with the elevation advantage that Ryze has. A good job by Fury taking control and winning that E-Hill fight thanks to a nice double kill from Icy.
Yep, and this is where Fury tends to set up. It's going to be up to Ryze Nation to make this push. And as long as Fury's able to dodge these nades correctly, the smokes not get stunned and use their angles, Ryze Nation's going to be forced to push in. One member's already going down. Jerpy going for that revive. He's going to get it out. Avexys, he's usually going to be the guy that goes in and gets that first kill on Kenny. He's not going to stop just yet, so he's going to fall. So it's even up here 2-2 here. But Jerpy and Detox, they were able to set up and get in position to try and retake E when the time comes.
Meanwhile, Shock and Powers trade kills. You saw at the bottom left of your screen. So that was probably in the 1 versus 1 fight. Jerpy versus Kyle. Kyle with right-handed advantage. Kyle's going to miss the shot on the roll there. Jerpy's still alive. He can make a tear here. Right behind Icy. And Icy, with the Lancer out, going to get caught with his pants down just a bit. Jerpy just trying to wreak havoc over here.
And this is where it's up to Ryze Nation. Ryze Nation are going to try and do what they've been doing all game and try and out-rotate Fury. Jerpy is full red. His teammate next to him is going to fall. He's trying to do what he can. He's going to take out Shock. Goes for a double kill. That's already 2 for Jerpy. Make that 3 as he takes out Icy. And I've already seen Jerpy go off against Ghost Gaming, and he's doing it again against Fury.
Right there, Icy, I didn't know that person was full red, but kept his shotgun out. If Icy takes out his pistol, rather than head downing with a shotgun into that fight, he's doing so much more damage for his team. Instead, he gets taken out by a Lancer. And just like that, Ryze Nation turns it around. 3-cap domination looming. Kenny's not going to get the break, and Ryze going to steal that one.
So 5 5-3. Ryze Nation up over Fury. And this is where it's very, very interesting to see because, like I said, you don't want to go down 5-3. We have seen comebacks. It's possible to make comebacks. But when you trail in that extra round, when you could have easily tied it up, that's got to do something to most of these people. You know, you're back up against the wall, even though it's not over just yet. You still have to lose 2 more rounds. But going into this one, Fury, they're going to have to step it up if they have anything to say.
20 and 25 for Franchise and Icy. Kyle has slowed down since that round number 3, 13 kills in performance, but still great stat line of 19 and 11 with a double-double, as he likes to call it.
Yep. I know takes up the Russell Westbrook a little bit. Oklahoma Thunder
double-doubles.
Yep. Trying to take over the game for his team. That's going to be Icy. Once again, getting first blood on Detox, and that's going to be a trade between Powers and Fran Shock. He's going to be the one with his drop shot. And this is going to be very important how he gets out alive with it. You see, he's going to be escorted out, and the rotation from Ryze Nation is going to come out. Kyle, luckily enough, is able to spot that one and try and warn his teammate before it's too late.
So people might be wondering, why do we see such a change in strategy? The drop shot being placed really changes where you're going to see for the initial strategies of both teams. They send 3 over to the old B hill, home and away hill street, because drop shot is there. And, of course, the importance of grabbing that drop shot for regaining E hill control is unprecedented. So now, with that drop shot, looks like it's going to be Fury opting for a home and away hill push. There's one drop, not going to connect just yet. Maybe thrown away right there. Was that drop? Does he want it? No. Decides to hold on to his last one. Smart decision there.
There's one drop left. This is the perfect time to use it. He's going to get Detox. Even though I do believe Detox was down, he still got the kill regardless. And Powers versus Shock. Powers coming out on top on that one. He replaced... Oh my God, that's a triple kill. Off-screen Powers. He's going huge in this matchup. And this is where Kenny, back up against the wall, he's going to go ahead and retreat out of there. He does know there's no reason for him to be there anymore. He needs to go ahead and set up a defense. He gets a good shot on Powers. Not able to clean it up just yet. Kenny going down as well to make that 4 straight kills by Powers. Wow. It looks like Ryze Nation is being the aggressors here, going for a triple cap opportunity. They're going to force Fury out. As long as he stays in the hill with that meat shield, you know they have to touch the hill, which would give you an easy shot. I want to see Powers get in the hill with it. Get in the hill with the meat shield.
He's going to do exactly that. Meat shield's going to be dropped here momentarily. This is going to be the flank from Detox. He connects for 1. Avexys gets 2, and that's going to be a 3-cap domination. Ryze Nation 1 point away from securing map number 1, thanks to the man with the ponytail. That's Powers, chirping away at his old team. You know this one's personal for him, PR.
Yeah, but he's saying, you replaced me for that. And goes and proceeds to eliminate 4 members off of Fury for that victory.
Starting with who?
Started with Shock.
Started with Shock, the man that replaced him. You see just anger, fury, perhaps, on the eyes of M-Powers. He is playing out of his mind. I'm going to call him the mayor of Old Town at this point, because he dropped 38 against Ghost Gaming, and now completely dominating this Fury squad.
Did he compete in Gears of War 3 and GB? Anything underground?
I know he was a UG player back in the day.
Okay, so he does have a little bit of familiarity
with the map. Yeah,
the map already.
He definitely played some Gears 3. I mean, he was like 11 years old, but he did play Gears 3.
I'm pretty sure most of these people were.
Crazy. 16 years old, M-Powers, who's burst onto the scene, turned 16 halfway through the season. Detox, though, going to draw first blood with the push over towards that drop shot. Franchise full red tagged up. He's going to get down as well. And in game point, Ryze is making it look good. Icy has something else to say about it. He goes for the push towards the other side. It looks like actually a flip. Ryze had high side. They're going to flip spots. Icy needs to go big for his team. This is where Icy delivers, but he's going to get bodied by M-Powers. 21 kills and 9 downs for the rookie this season.
He's just not stopping. He knows when he needs to push. I feel like he's playing like he's at home right now. A lot of people talk about the Unlying Warrior being comfortable at home. This is his home right now, and he's showing it match after match. You see him going in, and he's going to go ahead and try and fight this 1v. I can almost guarantee it. He's either going to be sneaky, try to catch him off guard, or go ahead and fight Shock in this 1v1.
Yeah, he wants the 1v1, that's for sure. He's been confident against Shock every single fight. I haven't seen Shock in a pure 1v coming on top of that 1v against Powers just yet, but now the rotations are going to come through the cavalry. Kyle takes out Avexys. Powers being a little sneaky here towards Pillar. Shock knows he's there, though. Powers going to back on retreat. He doesn't like what he sees. He knows, hey, we have drop shot the other side of the map. We have home and away hill push. Such a smart play from Powers. He's also known to be a very aggressive player. Perhaps that's one he learned by teaming with the likes of Franchise and Fury, who taught him how to play a little bit more patient than he's used to.
And if you look at the score, they have 2 hills in their favor. I do believe they have drop shot if they have any left. And on top of that, they have the man advantage. So right now they have the choice. Do we want to go ahead and protect F and play our double home setup, or are we going to wait for Fury to go and rotate, try and take their home back, and then use our numbers to take over E? And that's what looks like what they're going to do. But Icy, he's taking out Avexys before the push starts, so that should help Fury just a little bit.
This with Detox. He's actually going to bait Kenny. Not going to connect just yet. You see the explosion of snow right there. Beautiful animation. Detox barely missing that one. Now he's going to be in a world of hurt, stuck in the corner here against Franchise. The cross is going to come through. Detox. And look, you just feel all members of Ryze are just playing so hot right now. Oh, he's going to get shut down by Franchise. The killer of hot, that's for sure.
I had to hold my breath for that one. I thought Detox was going to be able to get away with it, but good job for him not getting caught slipping right now. But this is going to be one hard hill to push if they're going to look to try and push up. Drix with the hammer burst of Vex, he's hiding there. He's either going to smoke it out, hide with his shotgun, so no one's getting up that ramp. It does look like Ryze Nation is set up to make a hold, because right now it does look like they win off of one. Drop shot is going to be up in 5 seconds, so Fury, if they win this, they have a good opportunity to take control of the rest of this round. Ryze Nation going for this rotation a little late. That's going to be Kenny going in. He's going to get that drop shot. Detox getting that first kill on Franchise. Things do look like they're going in Ryze Nation's favor, but as I say that, Kenny getting a double kill with the shotgun, so he still has 4 drop shots left. Drix, he's going to take out Icy. Kenny back it up, going to put that drop shot to use. Kenny cannot die here. This is huge for Drix if he's able to get this kill. But Kenny, he's going to shut him down. So Kenny taking over the game right now, and that is a big play for Fury.
Justin Kenny goes huge right there, full red, and head down pushes. Is E-Hill going to be broken? Yes, it's going to be Jerpy that keeps this team alive here. And look at the score lead for Ryze. They do have a 20-point lead, not capping any points right now, so it is diminishing by the second. Fury trying to keep themselves alive in this one, and they're going to do it here.
But they come back with 2. They come back with 2 hills. It's going to come to a point in matter where you only really need 1. So this is what Fury's looking to do, especially with kills like that from Kenny. Avexys taking out Shock, doing what he can for Ryze Nation. I just don't think it's enough in this round.
Huge plays from Kenny. I can't say it enough. Picks up the double kill over at the M bar. The drop shot. Picks up that drop shot, puts it away, and wins the 1 versus 1 against Drix to secure the round here. Kenny Bounce keeping his team alive right here.
If Kenny doesn't, even after getting that double kill, if Kenny doesn't win that 1v1 against Drix, if he dies, I'm pretty sure Ryze Nation takes over the round. So that is a huge battle right there for Kenny, getting 3 straight kills to essentially win Fury that round.
Kenny, former member of Optic Gaming, multi-championship winner. You see him on screen right now as he is performing as well.
And this goes to my point a lot of people make, right? Just because Kenny was a kind of support player in Optic Gaming doesn't mean he can't go out and do the things he's doing right here. He's on a different team, so his role is different, and this is a perfect example of it.
Very versatile player across the board, has been ever since his Gears of War 3 team days when actually Blaze was the one that kind of first discovered him.
And then we molded him on Funky Bunch.
Exactly. They have an offer. Funky Bunch spot.
we mold champions.
We mold champions.
Everybody's successful if you join Funky Bunch.
Are responsible for Kenny's success. Clearly. Totally. Icy. Picks up that drop shot. Jerpy though with a frag grenade kill off Shock. That's going to be a double, and 2 picked up actually. Franchise going to neutralize 3 versus 3 when the dust settles here. Drop shot, sorry, in the hands of Fury. Powers being tagged up as well from the front.
Icy needs to play on that. He needs to get that kill on Powers. Drix, he got Kyle full red. Kyle's returning the favor. Both players are full red in a close shotgun battle. I do think Drix has the advantage, but Kyle's shutting him down.
You see the cheeky little reaction shot there from Kyle. He used the cover slip animation, which is when you press up and A around a corner in Gears to hit and then swing your camera to hit the shot. That's how we connected with that last shot. It's a little cheeky, a little stylish. Kyle, nice job there. That was a big 1 versus 1, really, and that was for home control.
And those are the type of things you need to incorporate into your gameplay, or at least know how to do when the situation arises, because you need to have all the, what am I going to call, all the moves in your book. Reaction shots, up A's, back A's. If you're missing one of these things, you're missing a crucial part of your gameplay.
All the tools in the tool shed, that's for sure. You never know which one you're going to need. Whether it's a wrench or a hammer, you got to have all of them. I know Kyle's a very versatile player who definitely does. Shock and Co. pushing up towards that E-Hill. Trying to ride the coattails of that kill from Kyle. Franchise going to be the one that draw first blood in this fight. Kyle, speaking of which, gets shut down. So 4 versus 4 now, over towards E-Hill. Let's see how Fury plays this. Do they throw bodies? Or do they go for the overextension, perhaps? Looks like they want that E-Hill fight.
Both of these teams need to be careful. In about 35 seconds, both the power weapons are going to be up, and they're on the other side of the map. Franchise getting 1. He's going to be bouncing around. He's going to get taken out. Icy doing what he can on the flip side. Is he going to be able to survive? And he's going to get taken out as well. That's actually going to be Kenny, and there it goes. The wipe from Fury. Kyle, last one alive, especially since drop shot is up. Ryze Nation has the option of what they want to do. Do they want to go ahead and push for the triple cap? Maybe wait for the drop shot? I think they're going to do both.
Looks like Power's gonna actually just bypass that smoke grenade. Kyle shuts him down. Can he do it again? On the home hill this time. No, he's gonna get taken out by Drix. At least stay alive long enough for the teammates to come through. It's gonna be Shock. He gets taken down as well. And Ryze Nation, they're gonna do it with the upset in map number 1 over Fury. Wow.
That is momentum. Momentum is a thing here in Gears of War, as you see Ryze Nation coming after Ghost Gaming, taking them out, going against Fury, winning map number 1. So, like I said, we all thought Fury was going to win, but I personally would not be surprised if Ryze pulls away with it.
Ryze Nation is playing possessed right now. They're playing with so much confidence. This team is getting better and better by the match, it seems. We are literally seeing a brand new team from yesterday and last week. And the craziest part about that map, actually, is that they pretty much beat Fury at their own game.
Yeah.
They out-rotated Fury on a lot of those rounds. Obviously, they always play with confidence, but you can see the level of confidence they're playing at right now. They're pushing one-on-ones, they're pushing one-on-twos. Powers, he obviously is a grudge match for him, right? So he really wants to take it to his old team as much as possible. And I was telling Belly during the game, nothing is scarier than a motivated Powers. You saw motivated Powers at New Orleans. After New Orleans, he got a little bit complacent. I know that because I was a coach. And so now, after getting dropped, he has a whole new set of motivation. He's hungry. He wants to win. And look what he's doing out there. You see some of those shots he's hitting? He's unbelievable. He's getting up.
Can we get that replay of the reaction shot?
It's unreal.
He's been doing it all day. I saw it against Ghost Game. I'm just watching him. He's just like, oh my. He's just, it's surprising me because you think he's dead, but he's just turning around, shooting at you from the side, making it happen.
But it's the fact that he's entering every shotgun fight with just the most utmost confidence. Even Jerp. Jerp, on the other hand, he's been going absolutely off of this team as well. The duo of Powers and Jerps is it takes your breath away, but when you put Avexys and Drix and also Detox on the other end of that, Fury, they have trouble. So I don't know. Fury, they're really gonna have to pick it up if they want to win map number 2. What more do you want to see from your old friend Steam?
Yeah, I know. Keep in mind, map 1 was a pick in favor of Ryze Nation. That was their map. So, but to your point, I want to see some playmakers. Yeah, I think Shock's been a little bit quiet.
We saw it from Kyle.
We saw it from Kyle here and there. There were some glimpses of greatness, but I want to see some playmakers for Fury. Is really that's been the difference maker in my eyes.
Our boy Fran actually went pretty big that match. I know we joked around about the bias between you and me with him, but honestly, he was the only one really holding it down. He was the only one. Obviously, Kyle had this streak on home hill where he got like 47 kills at once. But Franchise was the only one really holding it down, acting, kind of call it tough, right? Like he's the only one being tough in that match. So I need to see more out of his teammates, honestly.
Where's the grit?
I need to see more out of Kenny. Shock seems to be playing a little timid. Usually we see Shock being a lot more aggressive.
Yeah.
So, again, I need to see them rotate. I need to see them move. That's their bread and butter.
Ryze Nation's all I got to say.
Yep, Ryze Nation. But you know what? Each and every single win means so much more for Ryze Nation. These guys are playing for a great cause. In over 170 hospitals across the United States and Canada, the Children's Miracle Network has raised funds to help provide over 32 million treatments to children in need. If you want to learn more, make sure you visit their website, extra-life.org.
Just my family, to be honest. I kind of don't play for myself. It's more of like I do it for them. My son, he was born December 24th on Christmas Eve, actually. And basically, ever since that day, I think life kind of changed. From there on out, I feel like I became more motivated and stuff like that. And every day I look at him, like, motivates me to do better. If I fail, I'm letting him down. So I go into every game, take it very seriously. I take practice seriously, and all for him.
Drix, of course, playing for his son, who I know had a slight medical scare recently. You guys maybe saw that on Twitter. Extra Life, of course, is an organization as part of Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. So when you see Seattle Children's, Kansas City Children's, that's what Extra Life is supporting. It's those hospitals, the opportunity to give those kids something to do while they're hospitalized, and in some, for many cases, for years. Whether it's Xboxes, PCs, the opportunity to keep gaming, a really great cause. I was personally really happy to see Extra Life being supported by Ryze Nation on the list.
Definitely a great organization, but heading into map 2 just a little bit, Fury, like you said, we need to see more from the individual side of things on this roster. But then you kind of have to question the removal of Powers. Yes, you may not agree with me all the way, but Powers has been looking phenomenal. He's been stellar so far this matchup. And in order for Fury to really slow things down for Ryze Nation, it's going to take full team effort. There's really nobody that can slack off in this matchup.
Yeah, it is. And you said something I'm gonna piggyback off of. You said it seems like they're getting stronger over time. Powers gaining more power. He's consuming people, it feels like. Every kill he gets, he's getting stronger. And you feel that for this Ryze Nation squad. The way you shut that down, you blow out the fire. You really got to come out strong in map number 2 with a good first round. you got to fight that fire with even greater fire of your own.
Yeah, I mean, I questioned their map pick prior to that, saying, why would you pick Old Town? That's a map that Fury really likes. Apparently, they like it a lot more because they came out absolutely swinging. Now, what I will say is Fury picked Forge Blitz for a reason. It's a team that loves that map a lot. They're dating back to the old Forge. Our old Envy team used to love the old Forge, right? So it's a map they feel strong on. Honestly, the ball's in their court at this point. You're playing your map. The team that you feel you're better than, a team that you have some bad blood with, you have some motivation against. So, I mean, this is a single elimination tournament. You lose this, you're out.
Sure. And I want to ask you, Ryan. I know you, of course, you've been in this situation before. You guys have lost game one.
Plenty of times.
Everyone knows. I know from playing with franchise for many years. He's a very emotional leader. It's a very emotional squad. What's the psyche like of this team, and how are they trying to bounce back in map two?
Yeah, so this team is very composed, right? They have a leader like franchise who's very mature. He's been doing this for a long time. You know, can't really get phased too easily. And you have guys like Icy, Kenny, champions, right? Guys who have been down as much as you can be down and come back from the ashes to win, right? So, knowing these guys, they're of course annoyed. No one likes to lose a map, right? Especially the first one, but they're not going to be phased by it. This is not going to affect them. If anything, it might motivate them a little more for map two. So I think they have to put all the cards out on the table and make sure that they force a game three.
All right, with the championship game in arm's reach for Ryze Nation, all they have to do is put the game to bed right here, right now against Fury. It's do or die time. Fury and Ryze Nation, casters, take it away.
Thank you so much, Valley. What map it's going to be? Forge Blitz, the map that Ryze played against Ghost moments ago. So yes, a strong Fury map indeed. I want to keep an eye on the 1-versus-1 fight. I believe it's either Powers or Drix that plays that spot. Of course, it is going to be Kenny now playing that spot instead of Powers versus Drix. Powers, speaking of which, draws first blood of his old teammate.
Powers is actually up top with Jerp. I know Valley actually pointed this out. These two guys are becoming the slaying duo for Ryze Nation, and they're already starting off strong. Drix even winning his 1v1. Ryze Nation not skipping a beat from Old Town.
Smoke Grenade going to come out here. Franchise off the spawn. Getting some good shots into Drix. And Drix is going to hit with the up A shot. Connects with the kill on Franchise when he was full red. He comes off huge with a double kill. Drix once again does it. This is the exact map we saw him in the 1-versus-1 against Identitas, by the way. One of the best 1v1 players who grinds singles ladder game battles all the time. Drix shows up again here in the second match we've seen.
Yeah, but he's actually doing a really good job. So many people say so many things, and Drix is like, I'm just here to shoot. And he's actually shooting straight right now. All series, I should say all day long, Drix doing a phenomenal job. I don't want to take too much credit for that, but he was a Ghost gamer at one point.
Under your vision back then as the coach of that squad. Shots to my man PR here. Drix, of course, playing for, again, another player playing for so much more than himself, playing for his girl and his baby, Alexander, watching the crowd right now. A lot going on as there can be a 2v2 fight up top. I want to watch that up top fight here. Powers got first blood last time around over Franchise. This time, Icy wants something else to say.
Being forced to the side right now. They do get to mark. This is a real big battle. Both players are actually marked, trading shots back and forth, but they do a little bit of bait and switch, but Icy does not care. He's going to get one, bouncing around, going for a second one, taken out by Powers. Powers, he's actually going to keep it going. Detox across the map, or I should say in the middle. They're going to go ahead and get a double kill. That's going to leave Franchise all by his lonesome up top, and Kenny across the map towards those home hills. So this is a good separation. Kenny, he's going to take out Drix, so that's going to prolong the fight. Triple cap opportunity. Ryze Nation. Powers doing that up A we were just talking about. So this is backs up against the wall. Fury, they need to gather themselves right now, or it's going to be too late.
You said consuming people and getting stronger over time. He looked like a Super Saiyan right there with his movement. Quick teleportation from Powers. And he is just one of the most flashy players in the game. Really shows the skill, the tricks, the movement that goes in to Gears of War 4. Trick shots are plenty. Powers one of the best at them. It's been fun to watch.
If you look at the score, even if Ryze Nation gets fended off right here, they went off of one hill, and they still have two in their control. So they have everything going for them. They just need to make sure they don't overextend. If you're on Fury right now, you need to make sure if you're going to die, you need to trade off these kills, because if you're spawning up and have to run across the map, that makes it harder. But Kyle, Kenny doing just that, getting a pair of kills, that's going to force Ryze Nation back, make that a third from Shock. So even though they are down by near 100 points, at least they have a chance.
Kenny going to go down by Detox here. It's going to give Detox an opportunity to fight a 1-versus-1. Detox versus Shock. One kill, one down. We did say he's one of the people we want to see step up. This is the time to do it. Shock. Let's get him back. Gets put in a bad spot. He's going to be forced to back out and rotate over towards Kenny.
Even though they are
kind of sloppy right there.
They fight back. Yeah,
three or four dead. You have a power play opportunity with numbers advantage to kind of take that advantage, and a little bit sloppy. Kenny goes towards B. He gets down. Shock pushes by himself. Doesn't force. Takes a 1v1. That could have been a 2v1 if someone rotated with him.
And now they're just getting picked off one by one. They're not giving each other an opportunity to spawn up. And if you're on Fury, you need to be able to slow this game down right now, because you're playing at Ryze Nation's pace, and they're capitalizing every second of the match. They're already leading 1-0, 175 and counting. They're just doing what they need to do to win. win. And it looks like it's working for them right now. As you see, Icy taken out by Powers again. Shock doing what he can to get into this fight. Kyle's on his ground, but Shock getting a double kill. It's still not enough. Someone needs to break B.
Can they get over there on time? 207 is the magic number because it takes 3 seconds to break that hill. So they will get there on time. Detox, though, trying to shut it down. Drick's going to pick up one as well. B-Hill broken, but you wonder if it's not long enough as that A-Hill fight is being fended off by one member. Detox can get shut down by Franchise. Franchise needs to rotate to A immediately to support the cavalry here. Icy wins the 1v against Drix. And it's going to be Shock, the last one alive, over towards A. Powers there as well. 3 versus 2. They do have numbers thanks to the Franchise rotation. But not for long. It's going to be Avexys who picks up a triple kill. And Ryze Nation will close this one out.
Avexys time and time again making things happen for his team. Kyle Kenny getting 2 kills at the end. That meant absolutely nothing because Avexys triple kill fended off the onslaught from Fury, allowed them to fight back. Right now, if you're Fury, I think you got to start being a little bit scared and starting to think about what you're going to do. You can't just say it's okay anymore because it's not.
Hear a little bit of team talk here. They're talking about the reaction shots. They're talking about the plays and the clips that they're producing, the montage that this Ryze Nation squad is making. It really does feel like a montage when you watch this team. They are so fancy with their gameplay. It is fun to watch. Powers is really putting on a lesson video on how to trick shot in Gears of War, really.
Boom shot in the middle of the map. This is where things tend to get interesting. Usually you're going to see 3 towards the middle, 1 up top, and then from there you have that 1v1 on the side. But it's going to be Avexys being the front runner for Ryze Nation, getting that first blood on Shock. Boom shot in the hands of Detox as well. Another kill coming out from Ryze Nation with that boom shot as well. You can expect 1 to 2 kills by default. So if they make this happen, Ryze Nation look like they're going to win 3 straight rounds.
Look at the pre-fired boom right there from Detox. Smart play. He obviously had the mark. Pre-fire boom connects for a kill. Franchise gets taken out as well, and it's really just all Ryze Nation. I think the score last game really showed the score difference was basically the momentum difference between these two teams right now. All momentum in Ryze's hands. Who can change that? It's not going to be Shock as he gets down as well.
Ryze Nation, they're not letting up right now. They know they got what it takes. Right now, it's another member from Fury is going to fall. Melee coming out from Icy is damaged up right now. Another meat shield coming in the hands of Drix. Meat shields are very important on the home hill because it allows you to not fully get stunned. And there it goes, Ryze Nation. They're not stopping just yet. A little bit of a missed boom shot, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. Kyle, not only does he need a touch, he needs a decap, and he's going to get neither as Ryze Nation are beginning to run away with this match. Something we didn't all expect, but like I said, I'm not going to be shocked if it happens.
Oh my gosh. A little bit of isolating and targeting right there as they're calling out the new member of Fury. This Ryze Nation squad looking so strong. I mean, really, the energy that they have, it feels like Ghost Gaming in a lot of ways. If they can close this one out, meanwhile, you hear some of the arguments on the other side. You hear Demo trying to turn around that energy. But if they can do it against Fury, if they can close this out, you wonder if it's going to be enough skill and energy on the Ryze side to fight against Optic. They, of course, are going to have a big battle to climb in the championship final if they make it there, but they, of course, have to get through Fury first.
It looks like they're have a good chance at that here. They're already up 3-0. It's going to look like Fury's going to need the next 3 rounds to even tie it up at the half. And this is a crucial map because it does look like Ryze Nation already leading 1-0. Powers striking first blood on Fran. Icy and Shock, if they have anything to say about it, they're going to go ahead and get 2 kills of their own. But Avexys, he's going to go ahead and take out 1 as well. Icy, he's going to try and gatekeep that boom shot, make sure nobody from Ryze Nation's able to pick it up as he picks up that kill on Avexys. So good job by Icy.
Yep. They win the fight up top. They gain M-bar control. Icy, great with the M-bar. But keep on that boom shot was down low, and we didn't see it in the mid game, but boom shot was placed 2 rounds ago. So of course, Fury did that to try and turn the tide of the round. I like the fact that they placed that boom shot early because that means they can call a couple strategies, and that's really the type of game Franchise wants to play. He wants to make it a strategy game, a game of chess. It's what he really excels at as a leader. Boom shot picked up from him.
Ooh! Shot coming out on the Y. I usually criticize him for these booms that he shoots out, but that was actually, like you said, that was a really smart boom right there, getting the wall behind him and getting the splash damage for the kill. He has 1 more boom in his hands with his teammates winning across the map. That's going to be 3 members of Ryze Nation dead. Fury threatening with a triple cap for just a moment. B looks like it was decap. Franchise going to win that one. It's all up to Powers to keep this going. He gets 1 touch. He does need another one. I know Detox is coming out of spawn. Maybe he's trying on his teammate to get that touch. They're going to reset it for a moment. Ryze Nation needs to start getting these trades. because if they don't, it's going to be a Fury round. Detox able to get one. Is it going to be enough? Power's taking out Jerpy. Is the next one up, trying to get that kill, and he's going to get taken out as well. Excuse me, that was Drix. Avexys Jerp. They're going to go ahead and cycle it again. Avexys getting one on his home mill, and revive out Jerpy. He's going to take it out. It's all up to Avexys. He's taking out next. Fury finally showing some life here on the board, but that was a hard-fought battle. Even by the side of Ryze Nation, they're just not going down without a fight.
Exactly, and that is the tenacity that you need to take down a squad like Fury. You can feel it right there. Purely tenacious from Avexys as he actually took out one. Quick revive came through from Jerpy, showing their teamwork as well, but Fury does a phenomenal job that round. It was actually a mid-round transition, rotation, and strategy. Franchise off of spawn, actually off the up top fight, rotated down low, grabbed that boom shot, used that boom shot to secure the 3-cap domination. So well played right there from Fury.
I just need to see them do it consistently, because Ryze Nation, I've seen a pretty consistent Ryze Nation here on our championship Sunday, even match prior, and they're showing they're here to play here when it matters most. We always talk about playing on Saturday, how good you play doesn't matter. It's all about Sunday, and Ryze Nation are playing amazing here on our Sunday as once again Avexys drawing first blood, and that's been the story of this map. Someone on Ryze Nation is usually the one to get first blood.
There it is. Icy. Grab the M-bar, rotated low side, missed that opportunity. Now 5-on-4 advantage for Ryze. Icy gets downed as well. That's just costly with the M-bar out as well. And then guess who has it? It's going to be Jerpy, a.k.a. Robin Hood from the last match. You saw him with the torque bow, doing great things. We know what he can do with the sniper. We know what he can do with the M-bar and boom shot in hands of Ryze. You got to think this is going to be a Ryze Nation round.
It does look like Fury's beginning to crumble here after they took out Reciprocity in round one. Going up against here Ryze Nation, nobody really thought they'd be here too much. Everyone kind of thought Ghost Gaming was going to win that one, so they're shutting everyone up today as another triple cap opportunity coming out for Ryze Nation. 1 second touch there. Shock should be able to get a touch and prolong it just a little bit, but they need to get the trades. I always stress on that. If you're in this situation, you need to start getting these trades.
But getting a break's not going to do anything for you if you're not getting any kills. Power's just trolling right now in their spawn with his pistol out. My goodness. Powers. What a performance from him.
Actually disappointing.
I will say, you know, personally in my career, and I don't know if you've been there before, PR, I've been there. I've been dropped by a team and actually played against that team in the next event and beat them maybe 3 or 4 times in my career, and it's a good feeling, that's for sure. You play with a different level of fuel
at an event,
and passion.
I've been there before.
Online.
Yeah. The way actually getting dropped by VXC before, like right before Haifa Station, you know, I able to come back through the qualifier, I think season 2, 12-0. And execution.
Best feeling in the world, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah, I mean, because you really do play with a different level of motivation.
Yeah, it's something else. So not only he's playing for charity, he's playing to obviously beat there and go to beat Optic in the finals. He's going to try that. And then he's playing his former team. Powers has all the motivation you need for something like this to happen.
And this tournament's really cool because not only is it Fury versus Ryze Nation to play Optic, it's the Lupus Foundation versus Extra Life to play against the Breast Cancer Foundation in the finals. You're really representing a charity. These charities are fighting against each other in the same way for that piece of the pot, which is really, really great. Powers picks up first blood in this one. 5-on-4, numbers advantage. Keep in mind, this is round number 6. So the Hills, that last round of the half, the Hills are not reset just yet, but it will be 22-second respawn timers.
Torque bow is going to be picked up by Kenny. He usually does a good job with his torque bow, but this fight up top is still going on. Jerpy versus Icy, and it's just a prolonged fight. It doesn't look like either player wants to be aggressive here. They're just kind of stalemating it and trying to catch somebody off guard.
Jerpy, no reason to fight this fight. No reason. Your team's winning the fight down low. You're getting some eliminations down low with power weapons.
I honestly think if the stalemates, Jerpy wins the fight regardless.
Yeah.
You're keeping Icy out of the game.
Exactly. With the M-bar in his hands too. Oh, Icy gonna get
But now you really kept Icy out of the game.
For 22 seconds as well. Jerpy connects to the body shot on Shock. Misses the headshot opportunity. No points gathered. Look at that. Top left of your screen. So no points gained. These guys have just been fighting for map control, for power weapon control early, and they want to cap the Hills later.
And for situations like this, it's something I like to call the double initial, where you don't necessarily go back and cap your home hill. You do the same exact thing. You run straight to that middle, fight off a respawn. But Fury needs to be careful here because it's already with Ryze Nation and the power weapons. Jerpy, he's shooting some shots, not able to connect with anything yet. Kenny going to be able to take him out. It's actually Franchise with a double kill, taking him out. Shock gets the boom shot. Multiple members of Ryze Nation are dead. It does look like they have Avexys on the run with only 6% health before he regains it.
So all that effort from Franchise, a great play, double kill, only 1 hill. Grad, they're not going to be able to get the second. It's actually going to be Fury finally, as I say, that getting 3, but Avexys just sneaks away towards the B hill. Is he going to get downed? doesn't get the break, actually. So there you have it. Fury's going to win the last round of the half there. Despite Luke Powers grabbing first blood, Fury with the double initial, thanks to a play from that man second left to your screen. It's Franchise with a huge double kill to keep his team alive.
Dude, off spawn, rotate up to me, bro. There's a fucking M-bar. They can't just...
Here's some of the team comms. I like some strategy talk, but a little bit of negativity right there from Fury. Of course, they're as passionate as it gets, icy as fiery as it gets. No pun intended there.
NC a little stressed. That's just the passion. That comes from the passion these players have to win. It's not only about the money. It's about just the pride and being the best, especially for a player like Icy, who said it time and time again. You know, he says he left Optic Gaming because he wanted to beat them.
Yep.
That's passion.
That is passion. That's passion for being the best. That's his MO, is to be the best. I like that. From Icy, Franchise versus Powers, his former teammate, who he mentored quite a bit as his captain of that team. Powers going to come out with a 2v1. Not much Franchise can do there. With the button press as well to keep him off that E hill. So Fury opts for more reinforcements towards E. Looks like Ryze Nation wants up top control.
And E is up for grabs right now. That button is useless, so if Fury were to try and make a play, they would have an extra man on the low side. They just need to be aware of, like, you're getting cross from up top, so you kind of want to position yourself to where you aren't going to get cross from up top. They do get the cap, but they don't gain any position out of it, especially Kenny going down, Shock getting down as well. He should be taken out here shortly. Franchise doing what he can for the team, goes for an up A. He's going to get the down. I don't think he's going to be able to get the kill. He's actually died for it as well. Icy and Kyle, last two members alive for this team. Make that Kyle last member alive until Kenny spawns. This is where Ryze Nation, I know this team, they're going to go ahead and try play aggressive, try and win this round right here.
Yeah, they are going to step on the gas pedal right now. D-Hill broken. Looks like all members of Fury will spawn up. As I say, a Shock gets taken out again. So 4 on 5 for Fury. They're going to need to trade some kills out. Like you said, Franchise is going to start the rally. He takes out one. That's Avexys. Franchise in a big 1v. He gets taken out by Detox.
It's a big double kill by Detox, and that's been the story of the game. This Detox guy, you know, him and Powers, even Jerp, they're all stepping up their game when it matters most. You see 4-2 into the half right now as Detox in another 1v1 situation against Kenny. Kenny's going to be able to take him out for a second, but Triple Cap going to be coming out. No one's able to get the touch. That's 5-2. Ryze Nation winning. And you hear him. Powers has Fran on swords. He's letting him know. He said, basically saying, you know, you guys need me.
Yeah, man, for those new viewers who maybe don't know what that means, to have someone on swords is a little bit of an embarrassment, a little bit of an opportunity to get in someone's head. That means you got 5 straight kills against that player without dying to that player. So 5 straight times Powers has killed Franchise without a rebuttal or a return.
And we got the patented Fury drop shot. Usually teams, the common thing is the boom shot. For a team like this, they like to throw down that drop shot, and this to me eliminates quick picks, so it allows them to play their team game all the way, and you don't really have to rely on anybody going out for it. Yes, the quick pick is possible, but it's not as beneficial as if it were a boom shot.
Yeah, I like this track off from Fury as well. They want to try and control the pace. They, of course, won the last round of the first half by having a boom shot middle, this time a drop shot. Icy takes out one. Kyle gets taken out. There you go from Franchise, the rotation mid. Now, Fran going to have to decide between 2 players. He goes for Jerpy up top. Good shots put in. Franchise connects in that 1v.
And Drix is going to go ahead and take out Kenny. Franchise doing what he can, but Powers look too powerful there for a second. Ooh. Franchise getting a nice chug. That's going to be Icy picking up that drop shot. And this is where the rotations are going to be big for this Fury squad. They have the numbers right now. They have the power weapon. They need to rotate similar to how Ryze Nation is doing it. And they either that or they need to have a setup. But the problem is Fury right now, their setups aren't being held. It's easy for Ryze Nation to break. They're always catching somebody off guard before they're able to actually get into a setup.
So look at the overhead map now. You see quite a few people over towards that E hill. Franchise and co over here are just holding E with the setup. And really, Gear's strategy comes down to 3 things. It comes down to initial strategies, or double initials, as you like to reference. It comes down to break strategies. So if the other team has a 2 cap on you, what's your break strategy? And it comes down to setup or defense strategies. If you have the 2 cap setup, what's your defense strategy? And then, of course, there's a lot of micro rotations and mid-round transitions as well that's thrown in the mix. But from a strategy standpoint, these teams have set plays as to how they're going to break this hill. Let's see how Ryze Nation is going to do it.
That's a crossfire coming out.
Oh!
Drop in the corner. That's going to be Powers taken out. And if you're going to take out anybody to start a push, it's got to be Powers right now. And they need, in my opinion, use that kill to get more kills, but it does look like they're going to go ahead and use the defense strategy you kind of talked about. Even though they got that kill, they don't want to move too much. They don't want to be caught by anybody hiding around a corner. You see Avexys in their top side, somebody in the middle. This is very interesting by echofox. Yeah, to me, I don't necessarily agree with it, especially the way Ryze Nation is playing, because you're going to have to do it again and possibly one more time.
And that's one thing that has always been kind of a double-edged sword for this Fury roster. We'd love to maybe get Ryan's thoughts after the match, but one of their best things about them is that they are one of the smartest, best setup teams. One of the, on the double-edged sword side, they've always been criticized that perhaps they don't capitalize and close rounds out and step on the throats of teams like Optic Gaming, Ryze, and Ghost.
And look what's happening right now. Ryze Nation pushing in. They already decapped EF. Somebody got behind enemy lines. That was Avexys for a moment, decapping that as well. If you look at the score, Ryze Nation, they're going to be able to gain the lead eventually. In less than 5 seconds, the next drop shot is going to be up as well. It's going to be Drix versus Kenny. This is a big fight. Usually the winner of this type of fight is going to get that power weapon. Drix doing what he can. Kenny and him trading shots from afar. Kenny's going to come out on top on that one. He doesn't know he's getting flanked. Put full red. That's 2 members on that side of the map. Icy, former teammates on Optic Gaming, making it happen here again. The drop shot is up. So these battles here in the middle are just so crucial. Icy back rolling with the help of Kenny. They make it happen again. I do believe Icy's going to get an opportunity for that drop shot, but Kenny rotating off a little too early there, and that leaves it wide open for Ryze Nation to take.
Yep, and look at this. Kenny's going to hold the 2 cap. If they can hold the 2 cap for another 15 to 20 seconds, they went off of 1 hill. They got to get some kills is the most important thing right now. Whoever gets the next kind of slay or wave of kills will win this round ultimately. Detox versus Kenny. Kenny shuts him down. So strong rotation. Kind of criticize Kenny for that rotation, which I can see. But that rotation over to E actually resulted in hill control, 2-1, and that 1-1 versus 1. So Kenny with a smart rotation to E there, and that should allow them to close out the round.
It's very interesting. Ryze Nation looks like they're going to decap. Jerpy does have that drop shot still. Yeah, I'm kind of biting my nails here. I don't think anybody's in favor to get that break on F. So Kenny's just, being confident. Let me push up. The game's in our hands, or at least this round is 5-3. Ryze Nation still in the lead. But Fury needs rounds like that.
And, you can see it on Fury. They're winning rounds. They're barely even giving knuckles or giving high fives, let alone getting hype. Again, we talk about it often, the importance of momentum, energy, positivity, and gears. Unlike any other esport, really momentum rallies in this game. That's why we saw Ryze Nation do what they did to Ghost Gaming. That's why we've seen this Ryze Nation really turn around their roster. The same roster a week ago didn't have the same vibes and got upset by Ghost Gaming with Fatal Strike as a coach last week that defeated Ghost Gaming this week. So it goes to show the importance of that energy.
Yep, it shows the growth in this squad. Like I was very, very critical yesterday when they played against Optic Gaming. They looked a little lost, but overnight when you rewatch a game like that, you get in the hotel room and you talk about what you guys did wrong and what you want to do going forward. I wish I was in that pregame talk.
Great point. Here comes the initial strategy. Both teams sending 3 over to drop shot. Cross coming in from top. That's going to be Shock under some duress. That cross up top is just free reign. I'm not sure if Fury sent anyone up there. Avexys, who's going off 23 and 13. Can he get the double? Avexys with the melee.
Oh my
double
God.
Kill. Make it a triple. Avexys wants a 4th. He's going to get shut down, but the damage was done from Avexys.
Hey, melee into a shot on another player, Avexys. He's one of those style, flashy players that seems to always be on top of his game there. That's going to be Powers with the drop shot. He's moving forward. He's going to switch to his pistol there for a moment. He knows he doesn't need the damage just yet. But this is where you can expect them to try and threaten with that triple cap and get a double kill with a drop shot. Can he get one more? No, Jerpy's going to steal that one from him. But there it goes. Ryze Nation, 6-3, series point. And look at that look of disgust. Powers just looked over at his former team and basically saying, this is what you dropped me for.
Wow. Wow, what a showing from Ryze Nation. The swagger that they're playing with right now cannot be unmatched, and it's really this young man on your screen, 16 years old, a rookie this season at Gears Esports, but already playing, having played in championship matches, and it looks like he's just a few rounds away from punching his ticket to yet another championship match opportunity for Powers. Again, it will be against a big opponent in Optic Gaming. Let's see if they can close this one out, though. Kyle, only 5 kills, 4 down so far. Of course, playing with the marks in his hands right now. He's a very good, one of the best marksman players in the game. See what he can do with it.
putting those early shots on Detox, making sure Detox can't shoot for his team, and that's what he's going to try and do here. The rest of the members of Fear are actually backing out of that middle for just a moment, giving up the underpass, almost getting that down on Detox. He's making sure to focus him. If he gets this down, I can see the rest of the members of Fury try and push over and get these 2 kills, but right now it looks like it's going to slow down just a little bit. Jerpy winning that exchange up top against Icy, but Kenny getting that down low kill on Drake, so each player or each team winning a perspective side of the map, but no one has won the middle. Yeah, an Icy franchise right now, kind of in the Aqueducts, a little bit isolated, so if anything, they could throw some well-placed smokes on the double initial. Instead, a good team firing shot and opportunity as Kenny actually flanks from security there. So good flank, and still 0 points to their name. A nice sneaky play from Avexys. Can he do it again? Yes, Avexys, 27 kills and 15 downs, and he's not done yet. Full red. He's finally going to go down, but the revive's going to come through. He wanted that so bad. This is his opportunity to get a 4-piece right now, and he gets taken out by Franchise, but it's just not enough. The rest of the members of Ryze Nation are going to go ahead and threaten with that triple cap. Icy all by his lonesome. If I'm them, I kind of let Kyle play for the touches since he has the spawn shield, and Icy worry about staying alive, but Kyle going around the other side. Icy getting one. Is he going to try and get that other one on Jerpy? He is going to get away with that one. So Fury fighting for their lives literally here as it's up 6-3 Ryze Nation. And right now, Fury, they need to start gaining this momentum and they need to start moving quicker around the map, because if they let somebody from Ryze Nation slip by at the wrong moment, it's going to be all over. It is match point right now for Ryze Nation. I never thought those words would come out of my mouth. A 2-0 opportunity for Ryze, but Fury trying to shut it down. We've actually seen Fury do this before. Down 6-3, come back and win 7-6. Ryan said it in the mid game. Very composed is a word he could use to describe this Fury squad. And there you go. Powers get shut down as well. So Fury looking to turn this round and flip it on its head. Last man standing is Jerpy. He's going to get shut down as well. Kenny's just kind of just being that rock, being the wall that they need right now as he gets pushed by Detox. Puts great damage. I make that Drix, I should say. That's 2 members of Ryze Nation going to fall. Make that a 3rd as Drix is taken out as well. 6-4 Fury. They need this comeback in order to force a map number 3. Ryze Nation, they just need 1 more round to complete the upset.
You see how you give up players and how it worked out for us, bro? Every single time. Come on, boys. Let's go. 3 more rounds.
I love it. Absolutely love it from Demo Bounce. You see him filling that role, the passion. You know, everyone has known Demo in his career, the passion that he brings, the energy he brings, the hype he brings to every single team, and he's bringing that. And boy, let me tell you, Fury needs it right now. Yeah, they need anything they can get right now, but if I'm on the side of Ryze Nation, I'm still confident. I don't let those little rounds even deter my determination here to win. Right now, I'm doing the same thing that has been a fruit of my loins right now, the success. Yep. Let's see, Avexys, first blood on Shock. They're always getting first blood. Every single time, which is interesting because Fury's typically a good initial team, initial strategies that is. Avexys finally gets shut down by Kyle. So 4-on-4 situation. I think that might have been a headshot. And Mark's a headshot. Sorry, it was a headshot from Kyle. You know he has the marks in his hands. Drix in a 1v1. Kenny's been losing a lot on the Drix, at least the ones we've seen on camera. See what Kenny can do here. He's going to back out and reset because maybe he gets a call from his teammates that they're in a good spot. With drop shot as well. And now, Drix full red. Look at this little dancing movement. Kenny just staying patient there. Connects to the last shot. Powers, though. If we can hop on board with Powers, not sure where he's going as he's starting to heat up a little bit. Picks up a kill towards the mid-map. They do have drop shot in their hands. It's going to be Kyle with the drop shot. It's actually a little bit of a trade coming out. Icy, I see it on the side. He actually gets it, taking out Powers. So maybe Powers just didn't know that was Icy with the drop shot right there. But Detox with a huge flank, able to get one. Avexys going for this revive. If he can make it happen, he is put full red down as well. So 2 members of Ryze Nation are down. Fury, smoke though.
They're going to be able to push up.
That smoke's going to be able to get Detox up at least. Frag Grenade's going to come through from Kenny and across as well. Detox going to get tagged up pretty weak here. Finally, the 3rd down is why he died immediately. And Jerpy now just going to force on his back foot to reset. Good job from Fury. They're doing a phenomenal job after, really, they didn't get first blood, but they got 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and they've just been able to capitalize on this lead advantage. They need to keep doing what they're doing now. Stagger the deaths of Ryze Nation. Exactly. Make sure not all 5 of them can even play all at the same time. So right here, you can be forcing to push up for that hill, or you can go and get those kills again. Another one by Shock. And this is how you beat a squad like Ryze Nation. Fury has done it so many times before against teams like Ghost, etc. Is you force their hand, right? And you force Ryze Nation to keep playing over aggressive, make the mistakes, and you let those mistakes show. Because that's true. If you let Ryze Nation show it, they will push into death unnecessarily. They will die unnecessarily, and you can really stack those kills, like you said. Powers, he
needed to get that reset right there. Instead, it's going to be Jerpy with that spawn shield going, prolonging the round. That's going to allow Avexys to get up. Jerpy, he gets the trade I'm always talking about. He's going in for another touch. I would have left it for Avexys, but 2 players with spawn shield pushing up Detox, getting that trade as well. Like I said, these trades are so crucial, but Icy is going to shut it down with a huge double kill. We got a little bit of a 2v1, Kyle and Icy versus Drix. Kyle's going to push up, get the melee, allowing Fury to triple cap 6-5. The comeback is slowly but surely being more and more real as these rounds go by. Ryze Nation has another opportunity to change the weapons, change the map round in their favor, and make it how they want to play in order to close this one out.
We're not losing, Demo says. Playing with desperation, playing with despair, and playing like their lives are on the line, which really their life in this tournament is. Of course, also representing so much more. Of course, everyone knows the story franchise has with the Lupus Foundation. He wants to take that money home for his sister-in-law and family watching at home. Big shout out to his wife, Nina, and the Mavo family on board right now. So look at the open initial strategy. It looks like a drop shot middle. You can expect some action there. 1v1 up top, 2v3, that's a 3v3 middle. Marks up for both players.
This is where it's going to slow down. Detox actually getting the mid cut first. That gives him a little bit more position, especially since no one's really in the Pillars franchise trying to sneak his way in there. Frags in hands of Drix. He's trying to steal away from Kenny.
It's like a scenario where the up top fight dictates the rest. Icy says the same thing. Icy pushing with aggression up top. Jerpy's going to get taken out by Icy. So there you have it. Icy trying to put his team on his back. 5-on-4 advantage. And now Ryze playing with desperation because they know they have to try and take the low side. Shock. No. Not sure why or how he didn't realize that Detox was there.
He just saw his teammate running from that spot. There's no way.
That's quite a misplay right there, but his teammates keep picking him back up. Kyle takes out one. Powers now gets shut down as well. So exactly what we said last round. If you can isolate and catch the mistakes of this Ryze Nation squad, Icy playing a little over aggressive, might be making a mistake of his own here.
Now, Icy got this fight. He had the advantage right now, but since he got behind cover, that's what gave Jerpy the advantage. Icy should not have pushed in to finish that fight. As soon as Jerpy got away, he felt all the confidence in the world to take the fight. Doesn't mean it's smart enough to take the fight.
Too much confidence. Unnecessary fight. You have a drop shot in your hands with 4 pieces of ammo, 4 rockets in it. You have a hill advantage, set up, complete control. There's no reason to die. 5-on-4 now. Ryze has that for 20 seconds. And look at them. They're just going to keep taking the numbers advantage and find the trades, find the kills one by one here. And Ryze really can steal this round.
If you look at the timers right now, Frags, 40 seconds. The next drop shot in about 1:15. So you can expect both teams to kind of play towards that E side of the map, get the frags, and maybe use them to get the boom shot. But right now, there's still a lot of time left on those weapons.
Nice cheeky smoke right there from the middle of the map. Not going to connect. And if I'm Fury, I'm doing exactly what they're doing. Rotate that drop shot back and fortify with a wall of defense, waiting for respawns to come through, and then use that drop shot to regain control of E-Hill. There you go. Kenny picks up 1. There's a down. So well played from Fury. Some of the best defense in Gears of War. And that's thanks to franchise. That's thanks to what we said earlier about how methodical they are. Beautiful plays.
Fury does have a lead in our 6-5. They do have the man advantage right now in 22-second respawn rounds. I want to see them kind of use that man advantage. Frags are up. That's going to be in the hands of Kyle. So 30 seconds on this next drop shot. Both teams got to know this is up. They have 2 great coaches behind them, probably timing those weapons. And this is where, with the weapons coming up, you need to start formulating a strategy, what you want to do off the spawn.
And this is the double-edged sword. They're great at defense, but where's their offense? They had a 5-on-2 with drop shot. Shock, I'm not sure how he died, but kind of died unnecessarily. There you go, though. Franchise rotates up top, which is smart with drop shot spawning in 20 seconds. That's a brilliant play because you have up top control, you get some kills, and you can actually help cross and support the down low fight. Finally, franchise gets shut down by Powers once again.
That's a bad time to die if you're franchise. Drop shot is up right now. You can expect both teams to kind of play to defend it, but on the flip side, Fury, they can win off time. Maybe if they bait this drop shot out, but that's going to be Kenny. If I'm Kenny, I want to rotate somewhere where I can hold a hill with that drop shot. First one coming out, not really doing too much to Powers. Powers moving up. That's going to be Kenny taking him out. I'm surprised he didn't kill his teammate right there, but 4 members dead. I don't think Blitz can defend the hills, so we got our round number 13. Fury is bringing it back, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Fury needs this to force a map number 3. Ryze needs it to complete the upset. Who will win? That's the question.
Can you believe it? Fury down 6-3 brings it back with 3 straight rounds to force a round 13. We have seen this story before. We've seen Fury close it out before. We'll see if they can do it here. Round 13 for their lives in the tournament for Lupus or for extra life to close it out for Ryze Nation.
This round right here determines what is said on the flank?
Wholeheartedly.
Are they going to finally say good things about Ryze? Only time will tell.
My man Belly's cracking up to our left here. Round 13. Here we go. I don't know what the weapon placement was, but drop shot is still on the map here. Shock grenades to replace the hammer burst, I believe. So much more of the same. The shocks are going to go off towards the middle of the map. Shock going to get forced to back out and reset. I'm not sure if Franchise called a trick strat here, but Shock's going to be rotating over towards E-Hill. So interesting calls. Shock is going to down Drix. Can he? But on the other side of the map, Avexys takes that one. Detox has the drop shot. Big fight up top. Franchise and Icy up top, so that's what they ran. They ran a 2 up top, I believe. That was the trick strat.
I gave the drop shot away, though. This could have turned to hurt him in the end. Who has that drop shot? It's going to be Detox with that drop shot. He needs to stay alive, and he doesn't necessarily need to put it to use right away. Powers trying to defend his teammate. Does he know Icy's there? Icy, he throws a full red shot on Powers. He's trying to escape the best he can. Then you still need to watch out for Detox. Detox rotating back through the security here, and this is where he's going to be able to defend his home hill. First drop shot going out, connecting with Kyle. So this is a big exchange going down between him and Icy. Icy needs this to get the kill on the drop shot. That's going to be an escape. Fury still only 3 members alive versus 3 on the side of Ryze Nation. But let's say it's 4. That drop shot is a huge member of the team.
And look at this. It's going to flip the drop shot from across the map from Detox. He rotates it through the cuts towards the drop shot spawn and picks up a long range on Icy. That's huge. Shock takes him out, but he's going to go down right after. And now, Ryze Nation with momentum, with the numbers advantage. Franchise tagged up full red here. Can Ryze Nation capitalize, or can Franchise hold on?
I always said the score doesn't matter in a round number 13. It's the kills that matter more than the hills. Franchise taken out. Ryze Nation is pushing up. Icy off a respawn. Cal can try and delay this right now until he gets help from Icy. It's just all a matter of what he's going to do. The score is in favor of Ryze Nation, but that doesn't mean anything in round number 13. 24 seconds respawn.
Jerpy needs to go down there. He can't sneak out of that 2 versus 1. You're right. The score doesn't matter. Ryze Nation did not close that out. They give Fury another life. This is a cat's tail at this point as the 9th life of Fury. Can it be enough?
20 seconds on that drop shot, 25 on the frag grenade. So this is going to be a very crucial 30 seconds here to close out this round, and I do believe it's going to be ended in less than 40 seconds. This round should be over.
Someone needs to go up top and contest that 1 versus 1. Otherwise, it's going to be free reign here. Franchise pushing up against Avexys in the low side. They're actually going to bypass the guy up top by pushing through the aqueducts down low side. And it's going to be enough. They're going to force them out. So now they can pick up that drop shot if they do want to, but they have to keep in mind, someone's crossing from up top. So they're playing their angles very smart. They decide not to send anyone up top. They just send to play through aqueducts instead.
The frags in the hands of Powers. They're all bunched up.
There comes one.
First one coming out. I don't think it's going to be able to connect with anything just yet. I kind of think you need to throw those back to back if you want to chain together a kill. If you look at the score, Ryze Nation, they do win off of 1 hill. Fury backs up against the wall here. This is a huge fight. Icy is going to win that against Detox, but he needs to keep going. Time is of the essence. Shock with that drop shot. He needs to put it to use. No more waiting. You need to go. Less than 20 seconds, and somebody will be crowned a victor.
I've called this the Fury special in the past because they are so good at turning these rounds around. 2 kills picked up for Shock. Drix, the last one standing. F-Hill's going to be decapped. All 3 hills in Fury's favor. Icy goes for up A. Drix gets shut down, and Fury is going to do it. They force a game number 3. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Wow. We talk about a comeback, and Fury gives it to us. I do believe they were down 6-3, maybe 6-4, something like that, and they make the comeback. That's got to be demoralizing if you're on the side of Ryze Nation, especially if your power is saying this is disappointing.
Look at these guys. They're hugging like they won a championship right now. They're hugging like they just won the championship.
The comeback is real.
Oh, my God. I've seen this song and dance before, actually. Come to think of it, haven't I?
This is insane. Fury, they did it. When everybody thought that Fury was out of it, Ryze Nation choked a 6-3 lead, and Fury came back to even the odds 1-1. How big is this for momentum, Ryan?
This is everything for momentum.
It's everything.
They're down 6-3, single elimination tournament, backs against the wall. They've done this before, right? They've been down even to this team and also 6-3 and made the comeback. But I'll tell you guys right now what won in that map. The turning point that took the map was round number 10, Red Icy. Their last man alive. Swarm on his home hill, gets the first kill. Full red, makes movement, gets the second kill.
Yeah.
Team spawns up. They re-wipe on the home hill, go on, win the next round, and then from there, they got all the momentum back. I guarantee you right now, at that exact point, Icy goes, I'll do it. That's his favorite phrase. I'll do it. And he went and did it, and then from there, he played possessed. Icy was on a tear for the rest of the match. opening kills after opening kills, and those big kills are what opens up your next push with a long spawn, especially in the second half. That was so big for them. And now you have to look at map 3, a team like Ryze Nation, who's on the younger side, with the less experience than the guys on Fury. You got to be a little worried right now.
I mean, they looked a little bit scared to me. I don't know about you, but once the comeback started to happen, okay, 6-3 we won. All right, 6-4, 6-5. Ryze Nation started to slow down their gameplay just a little bit. That's not what we saw for Ryze Nation. The reason why they came so far is because they were outplaying everybody, outslaying everybody. They were the most aggressive team in the game. But Fury brought that textbook gameplay. Next thing you know, we're tied up and we're on tiebreaker.
That's exactly it. You kept seeing them, exactly what we mentioned. They kept getting caught in these unnecessary deaths of the Ryze Nation side. I love the energy and the momentum shift.
Yeah.
Talk about that last round. You kept mentioning Icy.
Oh my
God. He put
gosh.
Keep on his back. He went up top and he said, hey, I'll do it. I'll take the 1 versus 1 up top. I'll embarrass Detox in that 1 versus 1 and then go on to win the round. Huge plays from Icy to break Ice right there.
And speaking of that exact time, Detox hit the button way too early. I don't think, I mean, I know why they did it, right? To make everything, hectic for their split push. But I mean, he was up there by himself for a long time. Even if Icy gets up there, you can stall that fight, and even suicide for the button with having enough time to where the incinerator is going to go down, and then they can't even break the hill, right? So a little bit of a mistake by him, but man, oh man, what a comeback by Fury. And I mean, we all predicted Fury to win this match anyways, but now you got to be coming to map 3 thinking, who's got the momentum now?
The momentum is all on Fury's side. I mean, take a look at everybody in the audience. You have Colin going crazy behind the camera. Blaze walked out of the back room smiling. Everybody's on their feet. Fury has it all in their court right now. But Ryze Nation, I mean, what do you do? What do you do after that?
You just got to forget that map existed.
That's going to be hard.
That's
going to be hard.
It's easier said than done, I know. But you just need to make sure it just goes out of the back of your head. You need to win 2 maps anyway. What does it matter if it's the first and the third map? Because, like I said, 2 maps wins you the series. So you just need to forget it happened. Restart, refresh, get your heads back in the game for Slab, because this is the map that's going to make a champion a champion.
Ryan, I have a question. I mean, personally, we've all seen that Fury, they have a slower gameplay than Ghost Gaming and the likes of other teams like that Hive. What's the advantage of having, that textbook style gameplay and to really break things down and slow it down to put the game in, Fury's advantage because they're playing the way that they want to play?
Yeah, so I mean, the first about 7 or 8 rounds, throw every book out the window because they were getting outslayed so hard. There wasn't even anything to even analyze at that point, right? Avexys and Powers were getting first blood after first blood after first blood. But to answer your question about how their textbook playstyle kind of helps them, so one thing that gives them an advantage is while they do have the big textbook playstyle, they're also very skilled. But that makes their hold so much better. So for them, initials are very important because if they win initials, that means that they get map control, right? Once they have map control, that's where their strengths really shine, right? That's where they're able to hold their setups. They're very, very good at using their Lancers, especially with the new pickup of Shock. I know people are a little critical about that, but one thing Shock brings that Powers didn't was the ability to use his Lancer more. Powers doesn't Lancer that much more shotgun heavy. So to add another strong Lancer with also a strong shotgun to that team means the world.
Yeah, we're going to have to credit this out to the in-game leader franchise, the captain of this Fury roster, Fallout. You've been his teammate 12 years ago, and you're watching him on the main stage right now, fighting for his life to get into the grand finals. How good does it feel to watch just an old friend really make it?
Yeah, it's amazing to see, the story that we had early on, battling through the amateur bracket and working our way up to the pro ranks, to see him competing now on the main stage. Again, we talk about it often, but he's the only player to have gone professional in every single title over 12 years. That is a remarkable feat. Gears 1, 2, 3, Ultimate Edition, and 4, 5 titles. It's really a great.
I remember playing these guys back in the day. Before Fallout had facial hair, he had a squeaky voice. It was insane watching him and the franchise really, strive to make it. But you know what? These guys, they're up here now. And I'm happy for, you and franchise.
My heart can't take that. I can't take them anymore. This is my first time. This is my first time removed from that. Like, you put me through that already, guys? Like, holy.
I'm not going to lie. I envisioned you on the main stage hugging those guys.
Oh, you wanted to so bad.
You wanted to.
Like, Ryan, you're biting your nails so much is going on. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, leave me alone.
I'm right there with you, man. I'll never forget when franchise won. You guys actually won the first championship, Hyperstation 4 back in Gears World.
Yeah,
it was really a special moment. He's won a couple since then. It's really been great to see their evolution, but it's not over yet. They celebrate like they won a championship. They still got another game.
I'll be honest. We know what Fury's made up of, right? We've seen Fury time and time again. I want to see what Ryze is made of right now. This is where we truly see. We talk about this is where champions are made, right? We use cliche phrases like that. Yeah. This is where champions are made. If you want to truly be the best, it's about bouncing back, right? Fury got smoked on map 1, right? Yeah. Bounce back. They were down down, backs against the wall, match point, right? Still made the comeback. That's because they have champions in their team. So this is where I want to see, what Ryze is truly made of, right? That first map was great. You got all those kills. Power's got a cool reaction shot. Avexys started the first half of the second map off great. So many kills. That's awesome, dude. Lost the map. Now you're on the third map. This is where I see what you're made of. Show me something. Show me something.
You just flip the switch.
Right. Show me something. You know what I'm saying? This is where champions are made.
I mean, he's not wrong because, like we say, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. Ryze Nation needs to finish out strong because then we go back and look at this and we're like, what do we say about Ryze Nation here? Yeah, they had a good Sunday morning when they hit the harder team. They folded.
Yeah, I really love that.
That's the case.
This is really the tell of two completely different teams. One
entirely
team, exactly. One team that hits trick shots and is very fast-paced, aggressive, very individually skilled, and another team that is just so pristine in regards to their teamwork. So Fury, of course, being that one. If you guys couldn't tell that.
Composure.
I think the game. I think this third map, at least on the side of Ryze Nation, because I know they're the younger guys. They don't have all that experience that we talked about. That's on the side of Fury. So I think the first 4 rounds is kind of going to decide what the rest of the match. I agree. Like
one other variable going into this third map. Third map is Slab.
Ooh. Gosh.
So, not, either team doesn't have that much practice on this map in comparison to others. Obviously, they've had a few months to scrim, prepare, try new things, be innovative, sure. But, Forge, we've been practicing for how long? Slab, we've been practicing for a couple months, right? So,
Does that favor Ryze in your eyes?
I think that I won't say favored, but I think it puts them in a much better position than it would be on a traditional map that we've seen for the last 2 seasons,
harbor,
right?
on a foundation.
Sure. Well, I think that everybody's on the high right now because of Fury's comeback, but if you realistically think about it, on Slab, it's a map that's actually built for Ryze Nation. The fact that you're going to have powers running around in these close quarter combat situations.
Very porous of a map.
Exactly. That's going to be scary. And then you're going to have Jerpy and Avexys in multiple 1v1s, and that's something that you don't want to get baited into if you're on Fury. So if you're on Fury, just continue playing your game and, don't try to, play in Ryze's type of play style.
Yeah, that guy right there, second to the left of Avexys, really turned up in that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing the same thing. Of course, you said it about Icy, middle of your screen right now. Red Icy, a very aggressive player, and when he gets hot, when he gets confidence, he cannot be stopped.
All right, PR, Fallout. Listen, this is the very last map until we get to the grand finals here in Columbus, Ohio. Fury will face off against Ryze Nation in a do-or-die tiebreaker game. Casters, go ahead and take it away.
So much, Veli. You see the map right now. Welcome to the Slab. Everyone knows, if you're a fan of Gears lore, the prison that held Marcus Phoenix for many years. One of my favorite maps, of course, due to the lore, the aesthetic, and the story behind it, as well as the gameplay. A lot of very fun map, high cross angles up top. This fight right here is kind of a platform that gives you a nice angle elsewhere. Then you have the laundry on the other side of the map right there. It's going to be a fun one regardless. PR, who are you expecting to take this one home? You sticking with your Fury prediction?
I got to stick with the Fury prediction. After that one, the momentum is high for Fury right now. You have what it takes to close out a game, even when you're trailing 4 rounds. So interesting to see how Ryze Nation is going to bounce back. But I'll stick with what I said as well. I do believe Fury's going to win, but I won't be shocked if Ryze actually takes this one. I will not be surprised.
Shock going to take mid-map there early, so they got the upper jump. He's actually going to rotate over to their side of the map here. Jerpy tagged up. Oh my gosh, barely sneaks away. But Shock does reset his health regen counter. Not going to matter though. Meanwhile, Avexys on their side of the map gets taken out by one another than Icy. Icy's scary, right?
Here's that cross angle you were talking about from the top side. They're doing what they can to get cross on their own home hill. This is where the angle is going to come out through spawn. That's going to force Powers to make that move, and that's why he kind of died out of position. He's there by himself. I would love to see Ryze Nation make a push across the map when they know they're going for him, as Kyle and Shock were just kind of sitting up there crossing for free.
Look at this little cheeky angle from Shock. Back on the wall, turns to the left to get the best possible angle he can. He's going to do it again there, but now it may cost him actually. Shock goes down, all eyes on Kyle. Revive comes through. Kyle not going to connect just yet. Avexys full red. Shock goes down as well. And Icy actually stuck to their side of the map. Revives come through. Ultimately, it's all eyes on Icy, whoever extended towards their side of the map. Icy really kept his team alive there.
Now it's up to Ryze Nation to try and push up. I should say Fury to push up and try and get that break. Not able to get it, so Ryze Nation coming out strong in our round number 1 here. And like I said, the first 4 rounds should tell the tale. To me, if it's being dominated by Fury, I can see Fury taking this map. If it's close, it could go either way. But right now, Fury already losing that first round. Momentum probably halted in its tracks for the time being. Drop shot blade placed right away, and that's something that's, to me, that's a little bit ballsy right there for Fury.
I like that call.
But yeah, let's say they are setting the pace though. But if it turns south right now, there's not much they can do in terms of taking that drop shot off the map.
Yep, I do like that call. Said it last map, and it favored Fury, obviously, because they won the map last map. Place the power up and early means you can control the pace, you can call strategies, you can call trick strats. Franchise loves that gameplay. Shock actually took mid-map control last time. This time it's going to be Icy, and it's going to be a team kill that comes through. That'll be costly.
Yep, and that's going to basically give up drop shot over towards Icy. Icy taking his time. He thought somebody was going to go and push him. That wasn't the case. Free drop shot for Fury. As you see 2 members of Ryze Nation fall. Kyle, he's going to be able to push up top as well. So eventually you're going to see Fury go back and cap their home mill, and then they're going to go ahead and try and push forward with this drop shot. But it's going to take a little while before these teams both get super aggressive, unless Ryze Nation makes a bad mistake into the drop shot. And that's what I'm talking about.
Beautiful play, he actually predicted the back roll there. He shot it behind Jerpy, expecting him to roll back into safety. Icy, oh my goodness, through the window for a connection to the walls here, as he's going to connect for another one. Drix gets taken down, 3-camp domination comes through, and Fury with a textbook round, drop shot placed, drop shot acquired, and drop shot executed. Well played right there from Icy.
Answering back just as fast here. Like I said, the first 4 rounds going to tell the tape. Right now, it's been back and forth action. If it continues this way, you know, I hope to do see another round. Number 13. It was very exciting. Hopefully Ryan doesn't fall over. Yeah.
Man's losing his mind here. I've been loving the live tweet updates from Ryan this entire event as well. Follow my man Ryan on Twitter, @RyanFools. He's been breaking it down on Twitter, breaking it down on the analyst desk. It's been a great addition to this desk. Ryan, as well as my man J-Ribs. Definitely a lot of fun to have their perspective as former pro coaches and pro players.
Yeah, both of them.
Exactly. Ryan was really bad at the game he played. No, I'm just kidding. Hello. He's right here next to me. Here we go. Initial strategy.
Different person. He was snaps, man.
Yeah, he was a snap. He's a different man. Initial, once again, in favor of Fury here. 3 kills picked up off the bat. This Fury squad is really feeling this momentum shift in this one.
They have a chip on their shoulder. Franchise being a little bit too quick for his own good. Jerpy going to take him out, shocking in that kill on Drix. And a second one on Jerpy. Jerpy trying to catch him off guard with that drop shot, and Shock made him pay. That's going to allow Shock to push up, gain the position, trying to figure out where they're at. He's going to get pushed by Detox, so that was a wasted drop shot for the moment. Frags coming out on the side of Kenny. They make that 2 of them. That's a double kill by Kenny. And then he gets taken out by Powers. Powers going to get that trade with Shock. But I don't think anybody's alive to get the touch. That is going to be Detox, the only one near it, and Icy's going to shut him down. So Fury answer back with 2 quick rounds here, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, 4 rounds. I think if Fury goes up 3-1 over Ryze Nation, it's going to be very, very hard for Ryze to come back from that one.
That is for sure. Kenny Mounts, former member of Optic Gaming on screen. And of course, franchise we've been talking a lot about. Shock made a big play right there. He grabbed that drop shot, and the initial actually picked up first blood, grabbed that drop shot, picked up a drop shot kill through the window again, took out a shotgun, and won the 1v1 with a shotgun as well after that. Huge plays. He's really stepped up. We called him out in map number 1 for perhaps a little of an underperformance, and he's really answered the call of duty since then.
Yep, see round number 4 here. 18-second respawns. 9 kills. 9 and 1.
9 and 1 for Icy.
0.5. 6 seconds dead. 9 and 0.5.
0.5. Yeah, he died for half a life.
He died at the end of the round because he let them. He let them kill him. He's like, you know what? You can have this one.
Crazy. Shock. I don't know how they're getting so much faster. Are they not setting their front spawn there? I'm a little bit confused. Every single time with ease, Fury is getting mid-map control.
Both weapons picked up at the same time. Does look like Ryze Nation is going to get the better of this initial exchange, but it's not over yet. Icy doing what he can to even it up. A little bit of a misroll, so he's going to get taken down next. 3 members of Fury fall off the beginning of the round. That's going to put Ryze Nation in a good position right here as you see Jerpy with somebody in front of him. That's going to be Shock choosing to back up. Shock with that drop shot. He does need to stay alive here. He does need to get himself into a better spot and eventually regroup with his team for the push.
Franchise, I believe that was a pure 1 versus 1. So Franchise going big in the 1v1 against Drix to keep his team alive on that B-Hill. Home and away setup for Ryze Nation right now. They're content with that. They can hold that 2-cap position in early rounds. But it's going to be Avexys in the flank here. Avexys picks up a double kill. Can he get the triple? Franchise shuts one down and gets taken out right after.
Triple cap coming out for Ryze Nation. Even though C does look like it's going to be decapped for a moment, Fury, they only have 2 members alive. They need to stay alive even longer. Kenny, he's going to have to get this touch. If Kenny dies here without getting this touch again, it could be over for Fury. No one really is going to be in position to get the touch, so Ryze Nation tied up here 2-2. Like I said, the first 4 rounds can tell the tape right now. I do think there's going to be a lot of back and forth action. Hopefully, like I said, we see round number 13.
Feels like a boxing match right now, PR.
Going to round 12.
On the distance, exactly. Just exchanging punches, these two heavyweights back and forth. Ryze Nation ties it up 2-2. We'll see the weapon placement as soon as we can. Let you know what's going to be the setup here. You hear it placed actually through the game audio. And it is going to be, I believe, a shock grenade?
No weapon.
No weapon.
Top
No weapon.
towards me. So interesting to note right here is this match is so serious and they're so focused. No one's really getting up and talking trash anymore.
I know. They're all in.
So focused right now, and they don't want to waste any time or any moments talking trash when they could be talking strategy or adjustments that need to be made.
Yep. Yeah, they're all in. They're all focused. Same strategy. Looks like they both get there at the same time this time, but it looks like for some reason Ryze does not want to take middle control. They're content with playing wide towards the furnace instead. We'll see if it costs them. Shot grabs the drop shot. Icy picks up one as well as Kenny. 5v3, no reason to die right now if you're a member of Fury. If I'm Fury, I'm calling hate. No deaths, back out, reset, stay alive. One of those four should be.
Letting his people kind of like sneak past him. I know he probably called it out. He's trying to get a sneak kill on Franchise. He's going to connect with that one. Staying alive for a moment, forced across the map because of Icy. He's the last member alive for a moment. Detox spawning up, but he needs to get a trade right here. I'm always talking so big about the trade when these situations happen. Force the other team back, even if you're not necessarily gaining any footage. It's going to be Ryze Nation's opportunity here to slow it down for just a moment, but it's not over yet.
Missed drop shot, two missed drop shots there actually. One of them was actually nicely placed in the very middle there. Looks like Miller's gonna come through. Drix picks up one. Can Drix get the double kill? Avexys is just staying alive here. I love how Avexys is valuing his life. Drix is still alive as well. Avexys finally gets taken out.
So this is
there you go. Wow.
Needed. Like I talked about those trades. You want to trade because it forces the enemy team to spawn. If you guys both die together, you have a shorter run to get back into the fight as opposed to Fury having to spawn across the map, run, and by then they're already down a man and another exchange by that time. So it's very, very crucial you at the very minimum get those trades coming off of spawn.
Yep. Keep on, Kyle just respawned up, so it technically isn't 5-on-4 for Ryze Nation. If they want to take it, smart play here. Kenny with the complete bait on Drix, and Drix is going to go on his own teammate, I believe. No revive just yet, just because someone went down as well. The crosses come through, and now it's going to be Icy in a bad spot.
It's going to leave Kenny all by himself. Kenny's going to be forced to give up position here. He can't hold it by himself. He would get angled and taken out, so he's going to be forced to back up. I know somebody is there with him. I do believe that is Kyle right there on the low side. You're going to see the Cantus, so Kenny's backing up. He's giving Kyle that angle right there, but I do believe through the shadows, Drix might have saw Kyle. They do get the decap, and they need this. It's 123-54. Fury has the lead, but they have a lot of time to spare, so they don't need to rush anything just yet, especially with Franchise getting that kill on Powers.
Not Powers kind of died necessarily there, I think. We don't have the POV, but I saw him across the map, on the other side of the map. That was Fury's side of that by himself. So that might cost them now because Ryder's starting to shift momentum here. Avexys does grab the drop shot. Well timed from Coach Keem of Ryze Nation. Drix gets put in a bad spot here, but the drop shot's going to keep him alive. Well done. Well placed. And that's going to be... I'm not going to be able to pick up the kill on Detox just yet. Icy!
Ooh! Avexys taking out Icy. I thought Icy was going to be able to sneak away and get with that one. Avexys is so good, he's trying to kill himself at this moment.
Oh my gosh, how is he alive right now?
I can't believe it myself. Finally taken out by Shock. I make that Franchise with the help of Shock. Both players do look like they're going to be downed out eventually. I can't see if Shock actually got down. He narrowly escaped, but he's going to get taken out anyway as Detox pushes up on that one. The rest of the members of Ryze Nation all swarming their hill. 8 is going to be broken, and that's their own home hill. They need to get these trades, like I said, but Detox is going to get 2 1v1s right there, and Icy trying to push up, get that last second touch. He does need the decap because the touch isn't enough. That smoke grenade was huge. That allowed him to decap the hill officially and buy his team just a few more seconds. Now it's up to Franchise.
Yeah, I think he's going to get there on time. That should have been a Fury round. I mean, really, you had you're up 60-0. You had 2 hills capped. You had a couple kills picked up on the away hill, and they let Drix kind of sneak away, pick up a kill. Somehow, like a rat in the slab, survive through the tunnels, it seemed like, as Drix made a big play for his team to keep them alive. Really should have been a Fury round. Right, just tapped my shoulder and looked at me and gave me 2 thumbs up, said I like that metaphor there. I'm not on the level of my man Colin Clark with the metaphors, but I try to keep up.
He always has them ready. Always has them ready. I swear he has like maybe a little booklet in his shirt, maybe on his palm. He's just reading some quick ones.
He stays up late at night, I guarantee it, in a journal. Some people diary and journal. He just thinks of metaphors.
He's such a natural at casting. He doesn't even practice casting. He practices the metaphors.
The metaphors, that's it. Shout to Colin Crow Clark. It's been a pleasure to have him joining our talent team on the caster's desk. It looks like a strong initial. Ryze gaining some momentum here. 3-2 right now is the score. in their favor.
Big Detox with that drop shot. A lot of damage can be done, especially with 4 members of Fury dead. Avex is already running straight to a hill, and that's exactly what you need to do, especially with only 1 member alive. You run straight to those hills and force them out instead of looking for them. Kyle, he needs to get this decap. He started it for just a moment, and there you go. Ryze Nation 4-2 into the half, and this is exactly what you need if you're Ryze Nation. Start to gain this momentum and start to string together these rounds. And just like Power said, 1 round at a time, because we saw them up 6-3 once. You don't want to let that happen again, and that's the perfect solution. Just take it 1 round at a time.
Well played. Second half here. Weapons are going to be reset. Can you imagine what it feels like to be Optic Gaming right now? I mean, it's like the longer they go, the more they're deteriorating. They're just sitting in the crowd saying, cool, you guys are battling for your lives just to come to the grand finals and play against us. Must be a good feeling, but these guys, they want the championship. Second place isn't enough for them. We'll see who's going to be facing Optic Gaming in the grand final. By the way, I'm excited. On board a Shock. He's going to throw a nice up A smoke right there. Tries to try and catch one peeking, and now no kills just yet picked up.
It does look like the numbers for Ryze Nation are over towards E, even though Shock was able to cut for free. They're kind of holding him off the hill, so this is big right now because across the map, somebody can kind of make something happen. But as I say that, it's going to be Franchise getting that kill on Drix.
Little Shock played that so passive. It was kind of a thorn in the side of Ryze Nation, pricking away at their sides. Ultimately allowed them to get E-Hill control. Of course, thank you to Franchise winning on the other side of the map, picking up a kill with his teammate. I believe that's Kyle.
This is where we get slow gameplay for just a moment, because right now it's Ryze Nation's opportunity, or their chance, I should say, to formulate a push. And if you're Fury, you want to kind of spot, 1 or 2 people to see where they're rotating to, or if they're staying still, because usually if they're in a stagnant position, that means the push probably won't go down near them.
More Shock right now, holding the setup up towards E-Hill. The Furnace side of the map, looks like the push is going to come. Detox going to get tagged up here on Furnace. He's going to get full redded down. Nice job getting that meat shield here. 5 on 4, and again, the defense of Fury shows.
No one really pushed with Detox there. You need somebody there to back him up. Kyle and Fran picked up some kills as well. Ryze Nation. Powers, Drix, Detox, the only members alive. It does look like Drix should be angled and killed here. Triple cap opportunity coming out for Fury. It's going to force everybody into that one position. It's going to force them out behind the covers, and there you go. Fury slowly but surely climbing back in again. But we've seen this already once before. Once they won their 3rd round, that's when Ryze won the next 2, and then the Fury comeback. So this is already looking like a map we've seen before. Deja vu.
Seriously. Will we see another round 13 here? Man, PR, we could not have written a better story for this semifinal of the ages. You hear Ryze Nation talking through it. See what decision looks like. They're going to cross out the middle. That would be actually a very counter move, strong counter move for Ryze Nation. They know that Fury loves the power up and placement mid-map. Will they exit out?
I think it's actually a good placement, especially since knowing how Fury plays and how they have been playing it in terms of Ryze Nation. They're not necessarily taking that middle cut. They're not really investing too many resources into that. So to be able to block that off, even if they take, you don't really have to worry about it. But look at that. Icy, 17 kills. He's by far above and beyond anyone in the game when it comes to kills. So it's all a matter of Fury. They need to make these rotations anytime this guy's going off.
They rotate over towards east side right now. Here comes the push. Looks like no first blood. Looks like they're going to try and back out and reset is Fury. Icy playing with aggression, a little over-aggressive here. And it is going to be the reversal. It's going to be Ryze Nation that comes out with a strong showing here off the initial.
That's 4 members dead, Kyle. He's going to have to buy a lot of time here. They know that they're going to have people spawning up, so Kyle just runs back and lets his teammates with Spawn Shield come out and help him, but he gets that first trade on Detox. Does look like they're going to decap the hill for a moment. Franchise pushing up with that smoke. He does need to get in and get the touch. He does get it for a moment with stun enemy. Shock taken out by Jerpy. They need to bounce around. They need to stay alive and continue to reset this clock, and they're going to do just that. But Ryze Nation, 55 and counting to less than 30 points. Fury need to start getting it together now.
Ooh, they're going to try and share some cover right there. Not a big enough piece of cover to share it. Icy pushing up. Power staying sneaky. He's going to get marked out and tagged up. Did Icy pick up an elimination? No, not just yet. So Fury holds on. This is very kind of remnants of what we saw in the round that Ryze was able to kind of turn around. They survived the 3-cap. Kenny picks up a kill. And let's see if Fury can snowball this into a triple cap domination, which only down by 40, they can really hold the two-hill setup once they get that first.
Oh my God, they're getting crossed out by Ryze Nation. Icy down first. Franchise, He's going to be the next one to go down. Kyle with a huge flank, not able to connect with anything as Avexys turns around and takes him out. 3 members of Fury are needing to fall back right now. There's nobody in position to make an offensive play. This is where Ryze Nation, you can expect them to try and play up. 1 member going down, Jerpy full red as well. Drix out of position. This is a huge fight, and Drix getting the better of Kenny here, and that's going to allow him to push forward and start to decap this hill. So even if they don't go for the triple cap right here, if he gets this decap, they're going to be almost up 100 points and counting. Ryze Nation, they're playing very safe, and they're playing their game at their pace.
Very safe, very smart for Ryze. Drix not able to do much. Icy and Kyle both get taken out. As Drix winning that 1v1 against Kenny secured them the round. Well played from Drix. They go up 5-3. And here we go. It's going to be the same thing. Will they go up 6-3? Will Fury bring it back? Am I going to have a heart attack? Stay tuned to GeForce Pro Circuit to find
Like, that was the most casual triple kill I've ever seen Jerpy get.
Ridiculous.
It wasn't hype. He's just sitting there, you know, holding forward. Just 1, 2, 3.
Because now the smokes are going to be like better.
Here's some calls coming in from Fury. I know every single one of y'all watching online are enjoying this as much as we are, so let us know your thoughts. We'd love to hear them. Get talking, as this will be a good one. You tweet at Fallout, at Jacob MVPR. Let us know your thoughts. We'd love to hear what you're saying about this matchup as well. It's been a great one.
This is very important for Fury. Like we said, we've seen them come back from a 6-3 once. Even though they have the ability to do it, I wouldn't want to be in this position if I'm them. So this is a crucial round for Fury. The action has already started. Smokes flying everywhere. Avexys doing what he can to make some noise. Not to connect with any shots. This does look like it's a little bit of a 4v4 shock. He's going to be the first member drop. Franchise is next. Icy doing what he can as he picks up a kill as well. I don't think it's enough as Powers takes out Icy. 3 members of Fury are dead. Drop shot in the hands of Ryze. They have everything. All the tools for success right here. They just need to continue this going. I think it's 20-second respawns. Kenny is down next. Kyle all by his lonesome. He's already been taking damage, and he's going to fall next. Shock and Franchise are going to have to come off respawn, and a miracle needs to happen.
With a drop shot at defense, it looks like there's not going to be much going on here. That's going to be another round 1. So here we go again. Bar and Icy clutch not going to come through. It will be 6-3 as the score line. We've been here before. If you're just tuning in, map number 2, the same scenario. Fury brought it back then. Will Ryze make the same mistake, or will they rise to the occasion here and close this one out?
This is the last weapon placement. This is probably the most important weapon placement of Fury's tournament. This is the last chance you're going to get. You don't get another weapon placement if you are going to make that comeback. So this is very, very crucial. I would like to see them use the full 30 seconds and decide it. Talk strategy, talk weapon, just any adjustment that you need to make.
That shit for a hammy. Like put hammies on the side.
Hear a little bit of the team talk. Looks like they just want a nice passive play. It's just going to be hammer burst, nothing too crazy. They're playing all in for that drop shot here in this one. Icy, 20 kills to his name. Look at the rest of the team here. 4, 4, 7, and 4 for the remainder of Fury. What a performance from Icy on his home turf in Ohio.
This is it, folks. Ryze Nation on match point. They win this initial. It's about, like, what, 18-second respawns? This is huge.
Yep, looks like Icy's going to fake inside. Rotate over. He gets taken out. That's a big loss. And Ryze Nation takes out 2. Can they get the 3rd? Shock is going to take out 1. It's not going to be enough here. All eyes on Franchise and Kyle against a drop shot and an army. They need to survive here. Drix going to get tagged up if Kyle wants the kill. That's their 1. That's their kill. They find it. But the drop shot does not connect either. So Fury stays alive. The overextension to D-Hill, and Franchise and Kyle do it.
Nearly dropping. I didn't even think he saw that drop shot coming right behind him, and he's staying alive, trying to waste as much time as he can. 4, make that 3 as I was saying, 4 members of Fury are going to fall. Shock. He needs to make a play of his career here to keep his team alive. Another drop shot coming out. I don't know how many they have left. Maybe 1 at the most. Shock. He's going to try and push up, make it happen. 1v2 situation. This is, like I said, one of the biggest plays of Shock's career. He's unable to come out on top. Nobody is going to get that touch. Ryze Nation secures the upset over Fury. Powers getting his revenge. Ryze Nation. If I don't hear one good thing on the flank, I'm never tuning in again.
All right, well, it's finally been done. Ryze Nation, for the first time ever, these guys will be in the grand finals. You're going to hear a lot of good things on the flank soon, but finally, Drix, Powers, Avexys, these guys all came together, and everything that we said about this roster, the genetic makeup of it, that they deserve to be at the top, they're finally here.
We asked the question, and they delivered us our answer. We asked, what are you guys made of? said with the devastating loss in the map 2, with the comeback happening, what are you guys made of? Are you guys champions? They showed us what they're made of. I'm super impressed by Ryze, honestly. We were so critical of them day one, so critical of them the last week. They woke up today, like I said, they must say the breakfast of champions because they were out of their minds today. Super, super impressed by Ryze Nation. Obviously, very, very heartbroken because my former team getting knocked out, not making the finals. That hurts. However, you got to give your hats off to Ryze Nation. They played a hell of a match.
Well, you have to give everything to Powers at the moment. Powers is literally on top of the world. Being removed from Fury for Shock, he goes to Ryze Nation, a team that not a lot of people put a lot of their chips on when it came to going into the Grand Finals. They defeated Fury, and now they're in the Grand Finals. Powers being basically the star of that matchup. I mean, what more can you say about him? This team is the best bet against Optic Gaming, and I'm excited to see someone come out on top.
I mean, talk about fighting adversity. When you get replaced in a team, it's a bad feeling. You're at rock bottom, and he was able to soar his way right back to the top. In fact, he made it all the way to the top in the championship finals now against Optic Gaming. My hat goes off to them, Powers.
Jacob, I want your opinion on this. I'm going to give mine, and I want yours.
Oh, boy.
I mean,
what did you think about the placement of drop shot in the furnace? So for me, they saw a lot of success in the initial, placing it in the middle. And I also know, looking from Shock's Twitter, that they do not like the fight of boom or drop in furnace. I don't know why in the middle of the map they would change it to a fight they don't like.
But that's the reason why the drop shot was forced to place there is because I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong,
X in the middle, right?
It was the X in the middle. But, I mean, if you're Fury and you don't like that weapon spot, you can always place it up top and change the game. I don't really see anybody placing a boom shot or a drop shot up there. So and nothing's working for you, like on the side of Fury, nothing was really going for them as a team. You kind of want to stretch up that strategy that way. Throw the boom shot up top where it's all Lancer heavy. You can't go in for a quick pick, and if you do, you deserve it because you're dodging everybody's Lancer bullets.
Yeah, that wide side of the map benefits the Fury roster so much more. We talk about their team fire. We talk about how good they are in setups, right? So it's got a lot of open areas, right? Open areas are going to basically be very, very beneficial for your teams that are Lancer heavy there. So I personally don't agree with that weapon placement. Just, I mean, like I said, that's not even inside info because I used to be their coach, right? That's literally on social media saying that they think that fight's, one of the worst fights, right? So, really disagree with that, especially when you're in a situation where you need to make a comeback. I don't think putting a weapon down that in a fight you don't like is going to be what makes a comeback for you.
And then when they had the opportunity there, like I was saying, that last weapon placement, when they dropped the hammer burst, nothing was working for them in that furnace, and they still decided to keep the same fight. So if I'm Fury, I kind of look back, and in hindsight, obviously, maybe I drop a boom shot up top. Maybe even a sniper. You have some of the best snipers on your team to watch over that boom shot with a sniper. Maybe I don't think Ryze Nation would really send anybody over there. If anything, it would be a 1v1. You pick up that sniper before the boom shot. They can't pick up the boom shot.
Honestly, in my eyes, sorry, I'm going to cut you off. Sorry, in my eyes, as disappointing as it was to watch for me, I actually think that, overall in the series, that Ryze Nation kind of beat them at both kind of sides of the fight, right? Yeah. They won the initials and they out-rotated them for the most part. Obviously, Icy was playing out of his mind, right? You got to give your hat off to him. He put the team on his back. He did so much to keep them in it. Obviously, he was a huge part of that comeback. He played really, really big in map 3 as well. But throughout the course of the match, you saw so many times where Ryze Nation would whether it be a double home hill, whether it be, whatever kind of rotation you can think of given the situation, I feel like just Ryze out-rotated them, which is a trait that the Fury roster has had so much success on in the past.
I'm going to piggyback and continue to say I agree wholeheartedly with your sentiment that you should not place that drop shot low side. Placing it up top, completely changing the script of the map. You were losing at that point 2, 3, 4 rounds in a row. You weren't winning the fight over there. It favors Ryze Nation for sure, and it really went to show. Map number 3, Ryze ran away with it 7-3. I think he plays boom shot up top on the second half of the map. I think we see a different score right now.
Yeah, but I mean, even this PR said, you might want to put down a sniper rifle or something to counter that. You kind of, you have to look at the fact that Ryze Nation was winning every altercation out there. I mean, with Red Icy being the Icy that I was talking about earlier, the Icy that dominates games, that simply wasn't enough. And if they put down the sniper rifle or anything like that, Ryze Nation, they're just going to win even more than they already did.
But when you're placing the weapons, you can't really think like that.
But, I mean, you're going to have to win your fights when it comes down to the bottom of it. I mean, when Avexys, Powers, Detox, and everybody else is going off, even when Drix is going off against your team as a Slayer, there's not really much you can do, and a weapon drop can't save you.
Time and time again so far, through the course of this weekend watching Slab, when there is a boom shot or a drop shot in Furnace, the team that shows the aggression outside of the laundry basket, whatever piece of cover you want to say, whatever team shows the more aggression there is the team that's being successful. And time again, we saw Detox, whoever it was, being up there and aggressive, getting one piece, 2 piece, and those open up the round so much, especially when there's a power weapon there. Yep. I'm mind blown still.
Coach Ryan would have made a different decision. That's what I'm saying.
Coach Ryan, what would you have done, Coach Ryan?
I guess I don't want to make